Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we attack the GOAT debate head on, where we challenge all Michael Jordan fans and all LeBron detractors to who is the GOAT of basketball. You can catch us every Sunday noon Eastern Time, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel, for the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. Also, we go live Friday nights with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where you catch special shows and content as a GOAT James Kingdom follower and subscriber. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership, where you can get exclusive content.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
They were simply tremendous. They really showed a lot of character all the way through. I think Fitch, Harry, the ball players, they all came through. I'm so proud of them, like any other championship. Yahoo! Yeah! There'll be a parade down Biscayne Boulevard.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. As y'all know, we go live every Sunday noon Eastern Time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become a member of the channel. As you guys know, we're going to continue to grow and give you guys exclusive content and great content. As last night, you guys saw, the radar was off the chain. Shout out to all you guys. That was a great show last night. We had a blast watching it in the comments, man. It was great, man. So shout out to all you guys who watched last night's show. But today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to have some fun. We're going to be talking about the greatest finals MVPs of all time and performances, basically the final MVPs of all time. Since we're in the dead middle of the finals, there was actually a trade made today. So we got Desmond Bane being traded over to the Orlando Magic. Shout out to Craig for breaking the news. I didn't even know you can even make trades, Craig.
Listen, I ain't know neither.
I thought you couldn't make trades to the end of the season, but I guess you can make trades in the middle of the
I
NBA
guess you
finals.
can make agreements, but you can't
Yeah, you can
officially
make
make
trade-
the
yeah,
trade.
it's probably not
trade
official.
to the new
Yeah,
year start.
You can
not
make an
official.
agreement,
That
but
makes
you
sense.
can't officially make
Isn't
the
it like
trade
the beginning of June or I mean July or something when
July
like the free
1st.
agent stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff
Yeah.
starts. Yeah.
So they
Free agency
agree
is
in
the
advance.
first day of the new league year.
True. Well, anyways, y'all know who we got here. We got our normal panel here. We got B. Lee in the building. What up, Brandon?
What's good, everybody?
All right, and obviously you heard Craig and John in the building. What up, y'all?
Yo,
That's good.
All right, so let's first off, let's start off and say Happy Father's Day to all you fine gentlemen here. Just great job by you guys.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to everybody.
We know when we saying Father's Day, it automatically excludes Zesty Jeffries because they don't pay their child support. They deadbeat fathers. So again, we talking to the real dads out here. If you're a father, shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to you, Mom Wright, the GJK member. Shout out to Mr. Duke, peace and blessings, brother. Another GJK member in the building. Make sure you reach out to us, man. I got your package waiting for you to get up out here, man. Shout out to you. We're gonna have some fun. We have some fun. We got obviously King John is in the building commenting. Let's see who else we got here. We got Asante's in the building. Shout out Asante. Peace and blessings, man. Again, we are the GOAT James Kingdom show. B. Lee and A. Johnny. We are here to have some fun. And we're gonna have a lot of fun. Yeah, stop the spamming. Peace and blessings, Zero. Peace and blessings, Zero. We're gonna be talking about this here, man. So we got the series tied 2-2 though. And if the series I guess it would be SJ, obviously, if OKC wins. But do you guys have anybody here has Indiana winning this series? Anybody?
I do.
Comes Travis. Travis is in the building. Shout out to T Perfect. Oh my God. Well, it is 2-2, and they go back to OKC tomorrow night for
KC never lost back-to-back games, so it's very hard.
mhm.
They're 6-0 every time they lost a playoff game. So
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. It is not gonna be easy at all. It is not.
they
So
said some lady had predicted this that blue orange team is gonna win in game 7.
oh wow.
I won't be
That's
surprised
possible.
if we go 7.
I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 7s, to be honest with you. I got OKC winning tomorrow night. I don't see how they could lose tomorrow night unless Indiana just like Brandon says, you just can't doubt them. They're just gonna come in and just do what Indiana
Yeah,
does.
we've been saying that we can't see OKC losing this entire playoff game, but they've lost multiple games to
Mhm.
opponents.
They haven't
They
lost
should.
4 games in one series yet. So
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
They
true.
were all favored to win in far fewer games. They were supposed to sweep the Nuggets.
Oh, here we go.
Who said that? I thought
Travis.
that was your team.
That's only Travis. That's only Travis.
Travis wasn't saying that back in March. He wasn't saying
Yeah,
that
it
back
was.
in February.
Well, I mean, we'll have to wake up sometime.
Why don't you wake up, Travis?
It's early in the morning, though.
Yeah, he's
6 o'clock.
still trying to recover from that L he ate last night. Shout out to you, man. That was a great stream, man. Good job to you guys, man. I was really entertained last night watching it, doing my research for for today's program. So it was definitely great. Y'all definitely
Did
get a
my
chance to
best.
check it out. Yeah, y'all definitely check it out. Again, it was the Radar on our channel. And obviously it's on the Lamont's channel as well, FYF Sports Debate, as FYF went up against Travis regarding Kobe. As we all know, Travis is a big-time Kobe fan. So that was
Travis, you did it the wrong way. Simple as that.
He had a great
Apparently.
argument. He had a great argument. I don't care if he did.
He had a great argument, but he debated it the wrong way. He debated how great Kobe was, not why he should move other players out.
That's true. Looking back, I would have done it differently.
You should have fixated on a few players that was in the top 10 and put Kobe ahead of him. That's how you had to be.
That was your opportunity right there.
Yep, Steph. He said,
That's
Shaq,
true.
that was your opportunity to put him in the top 10.
As soon as it ended, I was looking at my notes. I was like, that's exactly what I should have done. 100%.
So I had to do it for you, Travis. I had to do it.
How you gonna argue
That's why I said
criteria?
when he got finished, he argued Kobe in the top 10. That's why I said that. I said you argue Kobe in the top 10.
He argued Kobe a top 10 player of all time, not in that criteria. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
Yeah,
Next time.
Again,
At least you know his criteria is not going to change, so you got another chance to do it all over again.
I doubt Lamont want to do that.
Yeah, he already entertained me once. He wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I doubt he would do it again.
Just pick another player.
He said 3 4-minute rounds.
I doubt he's
like,
like,
gotta do one.
He said, all I need is one round, 1 minute round. Travis was like, nah, we need 5 minutes each for 5 rounds. I'm like,
Travis like, we need 15 10-minute rounds. You're doing it.
Just give us 6 hours. So.
Well, yeah, that's why he has his own stream. So you should actually just make the whole show about Lamont. Then we would all just sat back and just rooted for you. You could have went 2 hours straight on Lamont. You could have went 2 hours straight on Lamont.
I think I probably argue longer than Travis about it.
Yeah, Brandon was going in.
and Lamont should stay. It is his criteria. He came up with it. He's argued it plenty of times. No, it was fun. It was great, man. It was, and then to have Twin Man jump into it. We all know what Twin Man's.
I should have just kicked Twin Man off. I should have just kicked him off. I was tired.
I actually liked Twin Man's take initially when he was judging me. He was reasonable.
Oh my god!
It was 2-on-1. It was 2-on-1. It wasn't fair. It's all good though. It's all good though.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Indiana got a better chance versus OKC tonight than Travis did last night versus Lamont. we should definitely.
They play tonight or tomorrow?
They play tomorrow.
They play tomorrow. Yeah, from here on out, it's every 2 days. They only gave him that 1-day game rest between game 4 and 3 for some reason.
Some travel maybe.
It's when you travel to different cities, they give you the extra day. But if you at home, it's every other day. But when they travel to another city, they get that extra day for traveling.
Now you know what though, I was gonna ask y'all this. What do you guys think of because you remember the old format used to be the 2-3-2 format, and they changed it, and they did that because of the traveling. And I was thinking about how back in like the 1900s, that home court advantage stuff was really, really big, and it was because of how teams used to travel. Right, it used to be hard to travel, get all your players together. They were flying commercial. Right, some teams were just taking buses and stuff like that. So now that they have all these luxury hotels, private jets, all this stuff, private chefs, shouldn't they go back to the 2-3-2 so that it could just be so you can have that, I guess, some kind of home court advantage? Because I don't think teams have home court advantages anymore.
I mean, it's not. Before there was a big home court advantage because you got 3 straight games at home. That was a huge.
Yeah, all you need to win is 1 game on a road.
Yeah, that was a huge advantage. So
did those 3 games help the team that didn't have home court advantage? Them 3 games in the middle.
Yeah, because you only had to win 1 on the road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. What John is asking, does it help the team that does have the home court advantage with the 4? Does it help them to give somebody 3 straight games? Because if you just take that
04 finals. Right there, to tell you right there, the Pistons won at home because they had those 3 straight games at home.
Yeah, because I remember that was a thing. Like when Boston used to say it was hard to win in the Garden, it's hard to win in Madison Square Garden. Like back in the day, it was hard to win in Chicago Stadium, things like that. But I don't think the home court advantage is that much of an advantage anymore, especially in the playoffs. You said because of the travel, right? Because you said they give
a home court advantage because half the fans ain't fans of the team anymore.
They stopped doing it at 13 or 14? What year did they stop doing it? 13 or 14? Because I know it was doing on Miami finals.
No, I don't think there was. Dallas didn't have 3 straight games at home.
Yes, they did.
No, the Heat.
No, they didn't.
Should have been the favorite, but I don't think that he had 3 straight games at home.
No, there wasn't. Dallas didn't have 3 straight games at home.
You remember what year they?
No, Dallas. No, the Heat would have been the favorite. Dallas was a 6 seed, so the Heat would have been the favorite anyway.
They won in Game 6 on Miami's floor, right? Yeah, they did because he walked off the floor. So you're right.
2014.
That's what I thought. I thought it was 2013 to 2014. I thought it was one of them San Antonio series when they stopped doing it, either 13 or 14.
You said they stopped the 2-2 format after the
14.
Finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it helps the team now with regular home court because then like Craig, like all these guys said, like you just had to win 1 game. We didn't even have to win 1 game at the first. You could just prepare, and then he could like cruise at home, win 3 in a row, then like take it easy. I mean, I think it was the road team had a huge advantage because they, could just chill, and like there wasn't insane amounts of pressure and like that. That 1-1-1 is tough because of the travel.
Yeah,
I mean, just because it's
exactly.
like
Back
getting
and
up,
forth. Yeah,
especially if there's a
exactly.
game set like you just have to like, yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, man. But again, it is a great finals. This is where you actually make a name for yourself, right? We always talk about. They say this the biggest stage. You got to be able to perform at the highest level, and obviously you have to win the finals MVP, right, Craig? Finals MVP is important, right?
Yeah.
Very, very important. Very, 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 very important. So for today's show, we're gonna drop our top 50 greatest finals MVP performances of all time, predicated on our GOAT James Kingdom formula. Now, Brandon came up with the greatest formula to grade players of all time. And throughout the years, we've been able to adjust it, make it right, understand it, put it together well, do all type of great things. And people still are confused, Brandon. They still be like, man, I don't get your criteria. And it's a very simple criteria. It's really not that hard. So the way we described it before, I don't think it gave it justice. I think we could describe it better as if our criteria gave you the greatest performer of all time. That player would average 41 points, 19 rebounds, 14 assists, 3.5 steals, and 5.3 blocks per game. That
Was
would be
Jokic?
the greatest finals performance of all time by a player. Now, obviously, no player in NBA history has ever done this, but these are all the greatest accomplishments in points per game. Well, not in the finals. Nobody's ever done, and I don't even think Wilt's ever done this in the finals. Because again, there's no blocks and steals for Wilt's.
That'll be Jokic next year. No way.
Yeah, yeah. Good luck trying that. Good luck trying to get 5 blocks per game in
That's
today's
true.
NBA. Good luck doing that. But still, we all know 41 points per game is the most points per game scored in an NBA Finals series. 19 rebounds per game is the most rebounds per game in an NBA Finals series. 14 assists per game is the most assists per game in the NBA Finals history. 3.5 steals is the most steals per game in an NBA Finals history, and 5.3 blocks per game is the most blocks per game in an NBA Finals history. If we
Who had
combine
19 ribs? Was it
Bill Walton in 1977, and we're taking this all the way back to 1974 when they first instituted blocks and steals into the stat records. So anything prior to that does not count, or we're not counting it today because we cannot count for their blocks and steals. So that's why we're going back 50 years, and it's reality 51 years. And that's not even counting this year. This year would be the 52 if you really want to go there. So that's how our formula goes. It basically grades players to the greatest accomplishments of all time. And in this particular case, it's going to be graded towards this player and this player who accomplished this. And this would be a 10 out of 10 score. If you did this in the NBA Finals, you would have a 10 out of 10 score. So the highest points any player can put up is 10 points within this system. And that's how our system works. So I know
it makes it fair for everybody. It literally makes it fair for everybody.
Oh, definitely makes it better. Somebody said, "Is that Benjamin Hinchman?" I don't know if y'all remember the Benjamin Hinchman joke that I threw out there one day. That's a good one, Asante. Shout out to you. Asante is a true GJK member, man. Shout out to you, bro. So, Brandon, did I explain it right? Is that how we do things here at GOAT James Kingdom with the GOAT formula?
Yeah, that's dead on.
All right. So now the only thing that we didn't add on this, obviously, we know is the field goal percentages, things like that, because it would be more data, right? Because then we would have to separate it from big men to perimeter men. So we didn't really deal with field goal percentages. And then the game score. Brandon wanted to talk about the game score. We did use the game score. The game score was used as a tiebreaker. So if anybody had the same score, whoever had the higher game score officially would be the guy that got ranked higher.
No member.
So,
no member alert.
Oh, new member alert. Shout out to West Coast. West Coast is actually an old member who's renewing. Shout out to you, but we appreciate you. Thank you for joining us again, West Coast. We all know who West Coast is. Represent from the West Coast for sure. So we about to have some fun with this one here. Shout out to you, Twain Gant, another GJK member. But do you guys got any questions before we start off this list?
No, it looks good. I'm excited.
That's what I thought. All right. Do we have any ideas who's going to be in the top 5? Let's start with you, Brandon. Who you think is going to have the top 5 finals performances?
Let's see. I would say LeBron. You see who had great finals performance. Wade.
Mm-hmm.
What year?
KD.
Oh no, I mean obviously not for Wade, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
KD, probably the 17 one.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan. And Shaq.
Yeah, I was
Shaq.
waiting on you to say Shaq.
Mhm.
I was waiting on you to say Shaq.
You know, Brandon love him some Shaq. Pause, man, for sure. All right, Craig, what about you, Craig? What you think is gonna make the top 5? What finals performances you think gonna make the top 5?
16 LeBron, 93 Mike. I'm gonna throw out a surprise one. I'm gonna say 03 Duncan.
There you go. That's a good one.
03 Duncan. Of course, we got 2000 Shaq. That's 4, right?
Yeah, that's 4.
And I would say 2017 KD.
Okay, that's a good one. Those are good one. I was surprised. Craig, I thought you were gonna say Michael Jordan.
I mean, you could, but people sleep on people sleep on what Duncan did in 03.
Yeah, Duncan had a great season in 03.
He almost averaged a damn quadruple double.
Yeah, Duncan was. Matter of fact,
not
like I
the
said,
finals.
that 5.3 blocks per game, that was him who did that. So that was him.
Yeah, that's what he was like. Yeah, that's Duncan because he did some crazy.
He's like, that's Duncan. That's Duncan. All right, Trevor, who you think made the top 5?
I'm gonna go. It's gonna sound pretty similar, but I'm gonna say 16 LeBron. I was gonna say 91 Mike, but we're not counting steals or field goal percentage. So I'm gonna say 90 or 93 Mike.
No, you count steals. Steals are there. Steals are there. Remember, we're counting blocks.
Okay, yeah. Give me 91 Mike. Give me 91 Mike.
All of this right here. This is what you get: your points per game, rebounds per game, your assists per game, your steals per game, and your points. I mean, your blocks per game. NBA Finals.
91 Mike was a monster.
And mind you, you have to be the Finals MVP as well. It has to be a Finals MVP.
Okay, yeah. Give me 91 Mike. Give me 2000 Shaq. Give me. Oh, there's so many. Give me 2021 Giannis.
That's an interesting one. Giannis did have a great series. I think he did average 30 and 30, 10 and 5.
Yeah, some crazy. Yeah, and then what was the last one? I'd say, hell, give me like 87 Magic.
Ooh, Magic. I was waiting for somebody to say Magic or Bird. I haven't heard none of y'all say those names yet. What about you, John?
Bird only got 2 choices.
He said 2 of the names I was gonna say. I was gonna say Magic. Giannis. I'm gonna say Bill Walton.
Nice.
LeBron, Shaq, and Duncan.
And Duncan, everybody loves some Duncan, man. Shout out to Dover. Dover said I want Iguodala. Well, we know Iguodala's in there because, again, we went back the last 50 years. So all those guys are included. The only guy who did not make the top 50 list because there's 51 players we graded was Wes Unseld. He was 1978 Finals MVP. And if you go look at his numbers, it's obvious you can see why he would be graded as the lowest of all lowest and couldn't crack the top 50. But with that said, let's go ahead. Yeah, Wes Unseld did fall. So that said, let's give y'all our top 50 greatest finals performances of all time. So let's start off with 31 through 50. Here we go. Kobe Bryant, 2010. He scored a 4.26 out of 10. Then we get Michael Jordan in 97. Then we get Stephen Curry in 2022. Kareem in 85. Isaiah Thomas in 1990. John Havlicek in 1974, which was the first finals we can go all the way back to that had steals and blocks available in the records. Then we have 05 Tim Duncan. We have 98 Jordan, back-to-back with 96 Jordan. Then we have 2024 Jaylen Brown's Finals MVP performance. Then we have 08 Paul Pierce's performance. We have Dirk Nowitzki's famous 2011 performance. We have Kawhi Leonard in 2014. JoJo White was the Finals MVP for Boston in 1976. James Worthy falls at number 45. Iguodala is at 46. That's what you wanted. Iguodala's here. Iguodala's the 46th. Joe Dumars in 89 is 47th. Then we got Billups in 04. Cedric Maxwell in 81, and the last guy who made the list was 07 Tony Parker. So again, the numbers that you see beside their name is the score that they scored. Remember, if you did this in an NBA Finals, you would score 10. So that's the highest score you can get. Basically, these guys scored about 40% of what greatness is when we're talking about the greatest Finals performance of all time. And that's how you grade players. All the players are being graded versus this player right here for their Finals performances. And these are the guys that made the top 31 through 50. So
You'll let Tim know Jerry West isn't going to be on here because his heyday was in the 60s.
Can I
and it was in 1972. Yeah, no, we're gonna start with you, John. So go ahead, John. What you got for us?
I got a question, and this ain't got nothing to do with this, but it do. When they first started counting steals and blocks, did they call it a gimmick?
No.
In the paper, did they call it a gimmick, or was something people was looking for the NBA to do?
No, yeah, no. I think it was just them finding a way to define what a block and a steal was. Okay. Once they figured out what they wanted to call a block and a steal, they were able to record it officially. But they didn't never say that. Nobody looked at it as a bad thing. I never heard anybody.
Today, when they asked if everybody call it a gimmick, do you see this gimmick the NBA doing? You see this new gimmick? I just wanted to know that the reporters didn't call stuff new the NBA was doing a gimmick because it was new.
I mean, steals and block, that's a stat. I get what you're saying about what the gimmicks, but people was calling that before they was officially calling that. Like if he knocked the ball out, they were saying it was a block, but it wasn't officially labeled a block because it wasn't in the rule book. Like
and they didn't keep a record of it. They just didn't keep a record of it. They just didn't record it in stats.
It's just a stat that they didn't record. They knew what a steal was. They knew what a block. They just didn't record it for stats.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because you got to remember the famous Havlicek line, right? Havlicek steals the ball.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
So they knew what a steal was, and if you go back and listen to Bill Russell and Will, especially when Bill Russell, when Wilt Chamberlain was blocking Kareem's hook shot. It was like, here, another block by Wilt Chamberlain. Oh my God!
He was the only person to ever block Kareem hook shot.
Well, you know what? I met a former basketball player from the NBA that played in the 70s. His name was Ahmad Green, and I did search him up. He told me he blocked Kareem one day, and obviously I'm not gonna argue with him, but no, he said in the game, he said I blocked it. He showed me a picture of it on his phone. But it was a grainy old picture from what I'm saying? Like I couldn't really tell if he really blocked the shot or not. It wasn't like he showed me film of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he did block Kareem. But other than that, John, what do you have anything to say about the players who made the 31 through 50?
No, it did surprise me that 07 Parker was so low. I thought he would be higher than Kawhi. I thought when you were saying that who turned into 51, I said that 14 Kawhi gonna probably be 50. I thought Parker would be a little bit higher than that.
Parker had no blocks, so he got no points for that. See, so that hurts him when you don't do nothing on one, especially with the blocks and the steals. You know what I'm saying? Because
take care of the overall stat leg.
Yeah, that finals they only scored like 85 points a game during the finals.
I know, but Parker he played big in that finals too.
Because you got to remember, if he got 0 blocks to 5.3, like that's a big. You know what I'm saying? That's a big. And even if Kawhi Leonard only had 1 block per game, it gives him something more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and Kawhi's gonna get rebounds. And Tony Parker wasn't doing nothing but scoring. To be honest with you, in that finals, all he did was score. He had like 3 assists per game as well, like 4 rebounds, something like that. So
yeah.
But again, that is the list. Let me answer this question right here from Adrian. Adrian, we're gonna go through it slow by slow. We're not gonna give you the whole list at the whole time. Sit down and watch, enjoy on a Sunday afternoon. Get you some
list and then go watch TV.
Yeah.
This is just like the criteria show.
There's nothing on television on Sunday. There ain't no football going on. Ain't nothing popping on. Go get you some lemonade. Sit on the porch. And we're going to give you the whole 50. It's coming through. We getting there, gentlemen. We getting there, gentlemen. At the end, we'll put the link up, and you guys can come up, and we can have some fun.
40. So that's
Jaylen Brown's at 40.
Tatum would have been higher because this stat line across was higher than Brown.
Yeah. And there's probably some guys who didn't win the Finals MVP that would probably score higher than some of these guys as well.
Yeah.
But they didn't win the Finals MVP. Again, it's about being the Finals MVP.
Steph would have won higher.
Yeah,
over
it would have been higher.
MVP.
Steph would have been higher. Yeah.
Yep. So let's go.
Wouldn't
what-
Magic in '88? Didn't Magic?
Well, that was Worthy. Worthy won it at 88.
No, I'm saying, what was Magic's stat line in the 88?
Oh, I wouldn't know what his stat line off the top of my head, but we can definitely look up those numbers. But in 1988, James Worthy average was 22 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 0.7 steals, and 0.6 blocks per game.
Yeah,
In the finals?
In a 7-game series. In a 7-game series.
Mm.
And assists alone, Magic would have been higher.
Possibly, yeah, definitely. And he probably would have had somewhere around 20 points per game as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but even with the assists, he said false assists.
Worthy won it because of his massive game 7, right? Like he had like 40 points.
I think he had a big game 7. Yeah. But
I think he had like a 38-point triple-double.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, that would help. That would help a lot to get the Finals MVP.
He only averaged 4.3 assists. Boy.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, it don't matter. At the overall, he got the Finals MVP, the championship ring, and he made our top 50. Shout out to James Worthy.
My favorite player.
What about you, Travis? You see anything here that you want to discuss? Or
I mean, all these names, these are expected. I mean, these are really good performances, but they're not like statistically dominant. I mean, 2010 Kobe, I would have thought was a little higher, but looking back, he was kind of a bare bones finals for everyone because it was a defensive war. Yeah, same thing with these are all like, low scoring finals. 05 Duncan comes to mind. That finals was trash. Yeah, just like, my guy James Worthy. But yeah, these are about what no real surprises. 07 Parker's right where he should be. But yeah,
they were low scoring finals though. When you made that point, most of these are low scoring finals.
Yeah, 85 Kareem. He was, but yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, 85 Kareem was balling. Don't sleep.
Yeah, he was.
That was his last hoorah.
We got a super chat.
Yep. Shout out to Mar for the super chat. GJK number. It says, "Happy Father's Day, y'all. Take care of your kids, Zesty Jeffries. We have been imploring them to take care of their children. Go down to the child support, work out an arrangement with them, take care of your children, show up. If you pick up your kids, they'll tell you your child support could be less. You don't have to spend all your money on your child support if you spend time with them. That'll actually help you if you go to court. But again, shout out to all the fathers.
That depends on the state.
In Florida, they do that for sure. Oh, we got West Coast with another super chat. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you. Because best Finals MVPs in my life was 2016 Braun, 09 Kobe. One of them Shaq years. That's how you know how old. You know how old West Coast is when he said that one of them years Shaq was just dominant. 2017. Giannis 21, Kawhi Leonard in 2019. Also, we gotta talk later. Kobe is top 10 all time. Shout out to you.
I'm saying
they're not thinking about Kobe. They gotta stop disrespecting Kobe.
They heard Travis yesterday and they said, Kobe is top 10. We can't even argue it no more.
Peter, what does that mean, Peter? What is BPPM? What is that? What is that?
Box plus minuses.
What are the box plus minus? Yeah. Who cares?
Oh, what are these? Okay, when you should put a comma.
You saying beat per minute. I was in my DJ.
Yeah,
mode.
see, look.
Man, I would have thought that too.
I'm over here. I was thinking rotation per minute, but I didn't see the R. So I was like, what is he talking about over here? Okay, first of all, you're supposed to use a comma, brother. What are these? BPMs. No, this is our grading system. This is how we grade players here in GOAT James Kingdom. So we always told you guys our formula grades players towards the greatest accomplishments of all time. So in this case, for this particular situation, for the greatest Finals MVP performance of all time, the players are going to be graded versus this player right here. This is a hypothetical player because we're using the player's stats to do this. So the greatest points per game in the NBA Finals series history ever was Michael Jordan's 41 points per game. The greatest in rebounds was 19 rebounds per game. The greatest in assists was 14 assists per game, so on and so forth. If a player can do this in their final series, they would score 10 out of 10. So the number that you're seeing there is not a BPM. It's not a box plus minus. This is their actual score that they scored. So when you see Kobe in 2010, he scored a 4.26 out of 10. So he's basically 4 and a quarter, say 4 and 2.6 or 42%. He's 42% of greatness. of the greatest finals player, which would be this guy. This would be 100%. This would be, if you did this, you would be 100% greatest. There would be no questions asked. This would be the greatest finals performance ever. Well, what Kobe did in 2010, that was 42% of that. What Michael Jordan did in 97 was 41% of that. And that's how these scores are acquired. Do you want to add to that, Brandon?
Oh no, that's basically everything. Yeah.
That's basically everything. All right, then somebody said BBL. I didn't say BBL. He said BBM, whatever the hell he said it was. Yeah, so okay. So it's their GJK. Got it. Well, no, it's their score for how good they perform. So it's not my fault. You're bad at grammar and math. So with that being said, let's move on to the next group of guys. Since everybody's comfortable with these guys, again, these are the guys that made the top 50 greatest finals performances of all time, 31 through 50. And we can go back to it if you want to join the panel later. Let's go on to 11 to 30. So here we go. We start off with Akeem Olajuwon in 1994. You see his score. He put 5.2 up on his score. Then we got 1980 Magic Johnson, 1993 Michael Jordan. Then we have 2013 the GOAT. Then we have 06 Wade. Then we have 02 Shaq, 23 Jokic. Then we have 84 Bird, 2018 Durant, 75 Barry. Yes, 1975 Rick Barry did win a Finals MVP for the Golden State Warriors. Then we have 83 Moses Malone. We have the 2020 the GOAT. We have 2019 Kawhi. We have the 2012 the GOAT. Y'all already know who that is. And then we have Magic in 82, Dennis Johnson in 79, Tim Duncan in 99, Kevin Durant in 2017, Kobe in 09, and Michael Jordan in 92 rounds off the top 30. So
let's go. I called it.
Let's start with you, Brandon. What do you think of these guys?
You know, I'm gonna save it until you're done because I compared this to Chat GPT.
You did?
Yeah.
But is Chat GPT able to do our formula? Did you able?
Yeah.
Oh, get out of here! We can't. Are you gonna put it on the screen or is it on your phone?
I put it on the screen. Let me
All right, so let's go to you, Craig. This what you think of these guys, Craig, and where they landed at, and the years that they have for them.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
At least I see a couple of mine that I didn't that I said that still ain't see it yet. So I'm still.
Yeah, you still there. You guys did say 2017 Durant. He's here. He didn't make the top 5.
Yeah, I said 93 Mike. He's up there. You did say
93 Mike. Yeah. Well, hurting 93 Mike was he does have the 41 points per game, but all his other stats are not as good as he did in some of his other finals, especially in 91. 91, Michael Jordan really did a lot.
Called it.
But when I call 03 Duncan, I don't see him up here.
Yeah, 03 Duncan, like you said, 03 Duncan, you ain't lying about that. So he's obviously
these are surprising and not surprising, but again, Kobe and 09, like the 09, 06, that's like the lowest, part of the lowest scoring era. So it's surprising to see Kobe and Wade up here from that time. But other than that.
Yeah, well, 09 Kobe averaged 30 in the finals, so did Dwayne Wade. So that helps you there. And they did. I think Dwayne Wade averaged almost 7 rebounds or 7 assists, something like that, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Same thing with Kobe. Kobe did well as well. I think the only thing that hurt Kobe is because, again, Kobe doesn't get a lot of blocks and steals. So that kind of hurt him at the end in 09. But yeah, Dwayne Wade, I think averaged like 34, was like 30 something. Like, I know he averaged a lot that playoffs. That was one of the.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. And he does other things too. Dwayne Wade gets steals and he gets blocks. So he had a great final. So but top 15 works well for me. I'm kind of cool with that. But definitely, as you can see, all of LeBron's finals MVPs are top 25.
It's just the GOAT on number 12.
Yeah, unlike other people's GOATs.
I mean, it's only 4. Like, god dang. Bob's got one on every page. That's all. That's how great he is. He can be.
He's on every page. He's on every page.
You got 2 on every page. Like,
That's true. He is on every page. So, but again, I love this formula because it does give you an idea of how great somebody is. And again, if you guys want to know any of these guys' finals numbers, I can tell them to you. I have them here available for us right here on my other screen, so I can give you the accurate numbers from basketball.
You know what? I'm realizing.
Uh-huh.
Yo, number at the top, yo, that's crazy. I'm just looking at the numbers, remember what I didn't see, and getting the idea of who's going to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already shocked. Well, I'm not shocked, but it's surprising based on how it's configured. You would have thought. But go ahead. Yeah,
What was your defining factor on 16, 17, 18? Are they all 4.96?
Yeah, their game score for the series.
Okay.
So
And
Jordan 93's game score is higher than LeBron's 13 game score?
Yeah, it is.
I just wanted to say that out loud.
Yeah, it is. It is. Michael Jordan's 93 game score is higher than LeBron's 2013 game score. That's why he's ahead of LeBron in that.
Okay.
Even though they scored the same, even though they have the same actual score.
80 Magic over 93 Jordan. That's I mean, I forget the exact stats. Didn't he average like 20 points, something like that?
1980, he averaged 21.5, 11 rebounds, 8.7 assists, 2.7 steals. That's what helps. The 2.7 steals.
The 11. Okay, so that was like 3 more assists than Mike probably.
Yeah, and in 1993, Michael Jordan's stats were the 41 points per game, which gave him 10 points for that. He had 8.5 rebounds, 6.3 assists, only 1.7 steals, and 0.7 in blocks.
Got it. Okay, so doubling his points didn't really help.
Yeah, exactly. It helps. It gives you 10 points because only 5 guys can get 10 points on any category.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because
that's a good call.
Because only Jordan got the 41 points. Only Bill Walton got the 19 rebounds. Only Magic Johnson got the 14 assists. Only Rick Barry got the 3.5 steals. Only Tim Duncan has the 5.3. So
I'm just stoked because all my guesses are top 10.
Well, no, you stop lying. You see, that's why all this is recorded. Where?
They are. They're all going to be top 10.
The same as these other gentlemen said. You are completely wrong.
What did I say?
The only thing he changed up was he went from 91.
I changed 91. I changed 93 Mike to 91 Mike.
So now stats don't matter. Look, Zesty Jeffries upset. This channel loves stats.
Oh my god!
You're telling me if somebody did this, it wouldn't matter to you? If somebody went out and performed like this in the NBA Finals, it wouldn't mean nothing. It wouldn't. Huh?
No, he's saying no. He's saying the stats don't matter.
It don't matter. So if the stats don't matter, why don't you respect Draymond Green? If the stats don't matter, why don't you respect Scottie Pippen? If the stats don't matter, why don't you respect Bill Russell?
Because have you ever looked at his stats? That's what they're
gonna say. Exactly. For sure. And this is averages. I didn't even want to use totals because in reality, totals would have gave advantages to the players who played longer in the series, and players who would have swept somebody would have had a disadvantage. Because again, our criteria is made to cut out any biases. It's made to just objectively, do what we do best. Yeah. I would love for you to tell me how Michael Jordan's great without using any stats of any kind. Please tell me that. I would love for you to hear that.
His will, his heart.
Stuff you can't measure. Yeah. Something that's very zesty, very emotionally attached. Just like the rest of you zesty Jeffries. So again, this is the 31 through 50 list for our top 50 greatest finals MVPs of all time. Then we have our 11 through 30 list. And we see some of the guys here that are on this list. And let's just finally go on to the one that y'all want to go to. Everybody's ready for it. Here it is. The top 10.
I'm the only one who said Bill Walton.
Our top 10. Yeah, our top 10 greatest finals performances.
Boom. All my guesses right there.
Number 1 was Tim Duncan in 03. Without a doubt, Tim
Duncan. I called it.
Yeah, you did. You did call it. Shout out to Craig.
I said 03 Duncan. I said this gonna be a shocker. 03 Duncan.
Yep, 03 Duncan ends up having the greatest finals performance of all time. If you got any questions to why, I'll tell you right now. In 2003 finals, Tim Duncan averaged 24 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 5.3 blocks per game.
GOAT.
So he was incredible during those finals. Incredible. So he ended up being number one, surpassing LeBron James in 2016, who initially I had him at the highest scorer guy when we were doing this, and then when we were double checking all the numbers, he ended up being 0.600 of a point away from Tim Duncan, making him second with his 2016 performance. Michael Jordan in 1991's performance ended up being third all-time, top 3 finals performance. Then we got Bill Walton's performance, which he had another great final series as well. He didn't score a lot, but he did a lot of rebounding, a lot of passing, a lot of blocks, a lot of steals. Shaquille O'Neal in 2000, which was also like 30 and 16 points per game, some crazy stuff like that, like almost 4 blocks per game.
38
Shaq
and
was
16.
Yeah, some crazy numbers Shaq did in 2000. Then we have 95 Akeem, who dominated, obviously, the Orlando Magic and young Shaq at that time. Then we have 01 Shaq, 87 Magic, 86 Bird, and the 2021 Giannis, which you did say, Craig, it topped off the list right there.
That's crazy. I knew Duncan was gonna be high, but I didn't know he's gonna be number one. I was like, I remember that series because we used to have like a spades tournament at my friend's house, so we used to watch it while playing spades. And I was like, damn, this every time we turned around, block Duncan. I'm like, what the fuck?
I just want to say something out loud. LeBron at 2 and Jordan at 3. That what they say?
Oh yeah, just another thing.
I just want to say it out loud. No, I just wanted to say it out loud.
Joey, can we get that 91 stat line for Mike? Just want to reinforce.
Okay, yeah, that 91 stat line for Michael Jordan was phenomenal. He scored 31.2 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, 11.4 assists per game, 2.8 steals per game, 1.4 blocks per game. So Jordan was doing everything in this NBA Finals in 5 games and played 44 minutes. So yes, Michael Jordan's 1991 ended up being top 3 all time.
I think it's only fair to say number 216, LeBron stat line.
Shut up, John.
And just for the record, Jordan did that in 5 games.
Hey, Brandon, look who popped up in the comments, Brandon.
He's actually been posting on Facebook, but he's afraid to come up here.
Bias pricks.
He's afraid to come up here again.
What?
Last time he was whining.
That wasn't one of his best finals. Look, again, they always talk illegitimately. It got to be his best finals.
That is his best finals.
It got to be his best finals because it definitely wasn't better than the one he did in '93, which ended up being ranked 13th.
You talking all around? That was his best finals of all time, easily.
It ain't better than the one that he did in 1992, when it ended up making him 30th. Definitely ain't better than the one that he did in '97. Forget about the second 3P. Michael Jordan was nowhere near what he was in the first 3P. Definitely wasn't better than '97. Wasn't better than '98, or '96 wasn't better. So 1991 is obviously Michael Jordan's greatest finals performance, and we graded his finals performance to nobody else other than this gentleman right here, which would be the greatest finals performance of all time.
Just wanted to point out I'm the only one who said 87 Magic. Hey.
Just want to point out I'm the only one who said Bill Walton.
That's true.
But I got Panther right as number 1 overall, so y'all can't trump my.
Yeah, Bron in 2016 averaged 29.7 points per game, 11.3 rebounds, 8.9 assists, 2.6 steals, and 2.3 blocks per game in a 7-game series.
He led both teams in all.
Pretty monstrous.
And he led both teams in all those categories. I'm
sorry, Jordan didn't let the Lakers win 2 extra games to play Game 7 to do that stat line. I'm sorry he did it in 5.
He should do it in 5 if he playing against Charles Barkley, eating pizza and drinking beers before the game.
He wasn't playing against Barkley. He was playing against Magic.
Oh, Magic was just finding out he was about to be
retired. We're gonna say retired.
he was about to be retired. Yeah, I got you. No Kareem, no Michael Cooper.
You still had a squad that year.
Barely James Worthy.
Ray Worthy missed 1 game?
No, he got hurt. James Worthy
was prime until
he was playing hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt in the Western Conference Finals.
We gonna do this. We gonna go with that. Who played? Who hurt? Because the Bulls wasn't the only team that played a hurt team in the finals.
Oh, here we go. Here you go.
Give him some tissue.
Let's not go there.
You see how underrated 21 Giannis is? Underrated.
I mean, he won because they got hurt. Other players won because teams got suspended, but we ain't gonna say nothing here. We ain't gonna say nothing here.
What team got suspended?
You know what I mean?
I didn't know a team got suspended.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, that means a forfeit happened, huh?
Don't worry, we're gonna put the link up for you very shortly.
I disagree with this.
You guys can come up here and argue with all you want to, but you can't argue numbers. This is factual. Matter of fact, we'll let Brandon's Chat GPT argue with this. So Brandon, you got the full top 50 list. What did Chat GTP say about our top 50 greatest players ever?
Let me add it to here. It didn't take just the people who won the finals. I didn't feel like doing it over again.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
I just
That's fine. That's fine.
Whoever they had up there.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're about to see some losers.
So it had it's kind of hard to see. It had Duncan number 1. Him and LeBron was like neck and neck. Then it had Jordan number 3, the
Which
91.
Year? Okay,
91.
So that's similar. So that's just like ours.
Yeah, then it had Shaq number 4, 2001. And I did say include ABA for Dr. J. He came in as 5th in 1974.
That would count though, because that he was nasty.
Then Hakeem is 6. I think he was 6 on yours too, right?
Hakeem, yeah, he was 6th.
Okay. Larry Bird was 7th.
He got him 9th.
Matter of fact, let me take this off so you can see yours better.
Okay.
It was Larry Bird in 86.
Yeah, he's 9th.
Oh, okay.
On this
so
list.
that was there.
He's 9th on this list.
Then they added Bron 2015 as number 8, which we didn't add that in
yeah, because he didn't win the finals MVP.
Win.
So
then it had Shaq.
His numbers would have put him there though.
There's Shaq in 2000 was number 9. Do we have Shaq in the top? Where's Shaq?
Blasphemy.
He's number 5. He's number 5. He's number 5.
In 2000?
2000 Shaq made the list number 5.
2001 was where's 2001? 7th?
7th. Yeah, 7th.
Shaq is crazy.
Wasn't he better in 2001?
See how y'all compliment Shaq?
I don't think so.
I don't say Shaq played against trash sinners. Y'all can't even name the sinners Shaq played against.
I can.
The difference between 2000 and 2001. In 2000, Shaq averaged 38, 16.7, 2.3, 1 steal, and 2.7 blocks per game.
And what 2000?
2000. So
what was Rick Smith doing out there?
Nothing. Then in 2001, Shaq averaged 33 points, 15.8 rebounds, 4.8 steals. I mean 4.8 assists. I'm sorry, 4.8 assists. He averaged 0.4 steals and 3.4 blocks. So he averaged more assists and more blocks in 2001, but he averaged more rebounds and points and more steals in 2000.
2000 Shaq wasn't fair.
It doesn't matter. And basically all 3 finals, Shaq was averaging 30 and like 15.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who's going up against Shaq? Todd McCullough.
Giannis was number 10.
Because if Jordan
Giannis was number 10. So this is like almost dead on.
Who he played against?
This is almost dead on, which again, it is the criteria and it's by the numbers. And again,
Bill Walton. I don't see Bill Walton.
Yeah, I mean, he number 4 on here.
Bill Walton's number 20 on this one.
Bill Walton.
I call Bill Walton top 5.
Bill Walton in 1977 averaged 18.5 points per game, 19 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 3.7 blocks per game.
I don't look like number 4, but I guess it is.
Because he gets 10 points for the rebounds. Nobody else gets that. He has 5 assists, which gets him up there. He has the one steal compared to 3.5 gets him some good points there as well. And then he has 3.7 blocks, which gets him close to 5 points. There's not too many people who have 3 something blocks. That's the whole point. So he scores a lot of points because of that.
Wasn't that MVP Walton? Sir?
Yeah, that's MVP Walton, 1977. Finals MVP.
Walton, that was on the 86 Celtics?
As a 6 man. Broken.
Look at that. Look at these MVPs Jordan had to go against. Look at that.
Yeah,
They in the top Look at this.
I mean, Jordan was killing them too. He won almost a game.
Yeah.
He said almost a game.
He won almost a game.
Jordan didn't face
Amazing.
none of these people. Jordan didn't face nobody here.
Yes, Blue
Yeah,
Bolt.
but the
His
86 Bird,
82
he had
Magic
to
is there.
beat them in the first round.
Oh, he faced
86.
Yeah, he
Bird in the
did.
first
He did
round.
get swept by Bird in the first
There's
round.
not
In
one
86.
play on this list somebody played in the first round in the playoffs.
I mean, you got to be pretty bad to keep playing these players in the first round. You got to be pretty bad.
So you
gotta
got
be
to
pretty
miss
bad.
the first round then. You got
to be pretty bad. You got to. Ooh, that's got to be terrible.
You might want to miss.
And to not win a game, you might as well miss the playoffs.
You're
and not win a game.
Yep. Just
Man, what was you doing?
You rather
don't worry. He was
winning
though. He's winning.
I ain't gonna win a game. They're gonna give me an extra game to play in the first round. I'm not even can't make it, so I'm just gonna miss the playoffs in the whole entirely.
But Jordan should have did that. He probably should have. He ain't gonna win a game. I mean, if you ain't gonna win a game, I mean, why show up if you ain't gonna win a game?
Hey, you get paid to show up.
Tim Jones, 1978 MVP was West Unseld 78. 78 Washington Bullets won the championship that year. The 1977 Blazers won the championship. At least that's what it says on Basketball Reference. If I'm correct, that is correct.
Didn't they beat Phoenix?
Yeah.
Ooh, Walton? Didn't Walton beat they beat the
Sixers. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he beat the Sixers. That was the first year that what's called
I was thinking Phoenix was in the
so it was 77. So you got that wrong. I think the Trailblazers made the finals in 78 and lost to the Bullets. I think so. I don't know, but you're wrong there, Tim. As upsetting as y'all want to get with this criteria, y'all don't have a criteria of your own for one, and I guarantee your criteria won't fall in line with your list like ours have. So y'all can just just eat it. Let's find 82. 82 Magic is the 25th guy here. Blue Bowl. He ended up being there. So that's where
respectable halfway.
Yeah, that is halfway. That is halfway.
Every time you turn the page, I see Jordan's name. Damn. Shit. Fuck.
I would have guessed 03 Duncan. I just forgot he had so many blocks per game.
Oh my God! So, you know what? Since Craig loves Michael Jordan so much, and we appreciate Craig.
I'm just saying, I just see his name a whole lot.
I know. You smiling. You smiling hard. I said Happy Father's Day. You ain't even smile that hard for me, but we see Michael Jordan on every page. You smiling.
I'm smiling because
that's his daddy.
In the air.
That's his daddy. He's a proud son. He's a proud son.
No, but with that being said, we always
about the grill in a few.
Yeah, and Craig's gonna let you know exactly what pair of Jordans you should be wearing for the barbecue today and the cookout today, because Craig is a true father and he definitely represents Michael Jordan fans to the best. So we're gonna give y'all the soul of the game with Craig.
With that, these shoes that we're about to design with words starts with a soul. Not a soul, but a soul, what touches you to earth, that's floating in nowhere, the soul.
Yeah.
Hey, so in light of Father's Day, this Father's Day, it was what year is this? 19 years ago on Father's Day, a man won his 4th championship on Father's Day. It was the first championship since his father passing. Now, I don't have the original one on me.
30 years ago, sir. 30 years ago. Stop trying to skip 10 decades. 10 years.
No.
30 years ago.
29 years ago, my bad. But yeah, you know what I mean.
The 19, shit.
So this is a shoe he wore in the finals. He didn't win it in the clinching game, but he did wear it in the finals of that year. And it's this shoe. This is the low top version of the Air Jordan 11 low top, black and red. They call it bread, all that good stuff. He actually wore this in game 2 of the 96 finals. And it was crazy because a lot of, back in the day, people wasn't on the shoe like that. You see the shoe and you just thought it was the high top version because he wore it through the year, but no one knew that there was a low top version. And this is actually the first time that the low top version is released to the public because it was only exclusively for Jordan at the time. So it was this shoe he wore in game 2 of the 96 finals. And yeah, this is the shoe that he wore to that year.
Oh wow! Those are one of my favorite J's too. Those and
the thing about it is, I also want to show this time. This box bring memories. This is the box that it came in. Everybody remember the orange Nike boxes from the late 90s. This is the box.
Craig, can I get the 2011 bronze?
Huh?
Craig, they said hold them up, Craig. They want to see him again. They don't want to see your face. They want to see the sneakers. There you go. There you go, guys.
I believe that shoe right there. I believe that shoe right there changed the gym shoe game to what it is today. I believe that shoe right there did it. It changed everything.
Yeah.
Well, MJ did say he wanted that shoe to do that. He said he wanted a shoe that you can wear on the court and also wear with a suit.
It changed everything.
Yeah, Boys to Men wore this at the award shows, the white and black version.
Yeah. Okay, Craig does not sell shoes, but Craig can help you find shoes. So if you're interested, you can find Craig on the Facebook group on our Facebook group, GOAT James Kingdom, and he'll help you find them. He'll help you find the best prices for them. But he doesn't sell shoes, and he ain't selling the ones he has. So
wait, Craig, you just do that for fun?
What?
The shoe collection?
I mean, it's you can make money off of it. You make money on accident, I say, because you have to enter so many raffles, and then you wind up winning multiple raffles, or you're not going to hold multiple pairs. So you can make a little $20 here, $30 here, second pair because you don't enter the raffle. So I usually do. If I sell a shoe, it's to make the shoe that I keep free.
Nice.
So you resell to keep the shoe that you don't pay out of pocket for your own.
Okay.
That was so. Craig, did Jordan wear those? He didn't wear the lows in the.
Yeah, he did wear the lows. That's what I'm saying. There's pictures of him wearing the lows. There is pictures of him he wore the lows in the second round against the Knicks too. He wore them against the Knicks, and he wore them in the finals. He preferred the lows.
He did. I don't know, man. Them low sneakers, man. I gotta cover up my ankles, bro. I can't have them issues, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So shout out to Craig again, ladies and gentlemen. That is the soul of the game, where Craig shows us, what sneakerheads love the most iconic J's and the most iconic sneakers that are out. And that's what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom, because we are basketball guys, and we actually do like sneakers, even though some of us would not spend that crazy amount for some J's. But shout out to you, man. That was a great segment by you, Craig. Appreciate that. And let's get back to it. And so Brandon,
go to eBay, Peter, eBay. A lot of those players sell their shoes on eBay.
Oh man, Twain Gant said Jordan had his worst finals in those lows.
Facts.
But he also had one of his greatest seasons in the lows too.
That's true. He did, man. Shut up, man. Oh man. No, look, Craig. Craig, people asking questions. Again, if you want to find
like I said, eBay, the players, because players in college, they get that's represented by Jordan Brand, they get all these shoes for free. And what they do is they sell them on eBay or they sell them at those resale shops.
Yeah,
you gotta look on eBay for those, because they'll sell mostly on eBay because they have a wider range of audience who buy them.
Well, sometimes GOAT.com be having them. You can go to them.
Yeah, like GOAT. I do GOAT. I don't do StockX.
I don't do StockX either.
StockX, you get something from Ling Ling.
and I'm glad what eBay does now. They make sure the shoe is real before it comes to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
That's why you got to split on them fees.
You guys remember some of these performances here? Just like again, like who they were going against. These were epic finals too.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, that was some real epic finals. I mean, listen, like we were just talking about Shaq numbers, man.
I don't know about Shaq's finals.
That was a great finals. I mean, still 0-1. 0-1, the Sixers. That was fun. Like,
I mean, massacre.
He was completely dominant.
It was a scrappy team. Like they had a pretty well-rounded team, but but Shaq was just too much. Shaq was just
it was a massacre.
Yeah, Shaq was. The Sixers took game one.
They had to change rules, like Lamont said. They had to change rules because Shaq was just so dominant.
Yeah, AI dropped 50 that game, and like no one thought they.
48.
There's no era Shaq would have played in that he would have been any different than what he was.
Lakers were trying to be the only undefeated playoff team ever, and AI said no.
They just took their foot off the gas because they was playing a weak team. That's all.
Yeah, because they just swept the Spurs, insanity. Right.
That game, damn, what was that game against the Spurs that turned it around? Was it game 3?
Or Kobe.
Wasn't that the Derek Fisher game?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it turned to season.
I think that was game 4.
That was 2004. You're thinking of?
No, that was game 3.
When Derek Fisher hit that turnaround shot.
Yeah, because that's
2004.
That was in 04, the series.
That was 04.
That was 04. Okay.
That shot was changed the time clock. They changed the time clock because of that shot too. Remember?
Yeah, that was one of the rule changes.
Yeah, that was.
I remember that. That's when they had that. That's when they had 40-year-old Malone and Payton to carry to the final.
That was because earlier that year they took a shot away from Baron Davis, who they waved the shot off. I think he had like 0.5 or 0.6 seconds left, and they waved it off. He actually had got it off, and they took that. They took an L for that. So they was like, well, how can Derek Fisher's count but not Baron Davis? And they specifically said, okay, 0.4 seconds is what it is. You got 0.4 seconds. That's the most you can do it. If you get it off within that time, you good.
Do you remember Duncan hit a shot like just like that right before he hit that shot?
0.3 is the most.
Yeah, Duncan had a crazy. Then he like bank it in or something.
Yeah, banked in and over Shaq falling away.
0.3 is the shortest amount of time you can shoot it, right?
Let's give Liddy his request. I think 93 Jordan
13.
It was 13. 09 Kobe was 29th on the list.
Yeah.
Go to the third page for a second. Not this page. Oh, okay, I just wanted to see if Jordan was on that page too.
Not wearing them lows, messing up his ankles and his knees. I tell you that much. Yeah, man. So yeah,
what are you on average? Like
Michael Jordan was what 93? What was 93?
93. Michael Jordan. He was 41. Again, he was 41.
Ranked.
13th.
He's 13th on this list too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I prefer to play in lows.
What did 95 Hakeem average, Johnny? Again, was that like?
He
I know it was better
than
94.
Yeah, he averaged 90. He averaged 30 points. It was 32.8, 11.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks per game. So
yeah, give me that on the chat GBT list too.
Crazy.
Yep. Let's bring up West Coast and Blue Boat first. What up, West Coast? Let's get West Coast in the building. Are you there, West Coast? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, bro, what's good? I'm right. I'm here, bro. What's good?
Nothing much, man. What's up, man? Thank you for joining us, man. What you got for us on this topic?
Bro, well, 16 brought the best, but we gotta talk about Kobe some other time for real.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
2016. I think we all.
I'm done with Kobe, man.
Yeah, I think we all believe Kobe's up there. So
I empty the chamber for Kobe. Never again.
Lamont's banned from this channel. He can't come over until he put Kobe in his top. But yeah, 2016 LeBron was great. Like I said, when I was first doing all the numbers and crunching things up, he was the only guy that had a 6. Nobody was scoring in the 6. And then I came across Tim Duncan, and I double checked it, triple checked it. Yep, Tim Duncan was better. LeBron did great, but Tim Duncan just had a little bit better of a playoff performance.
On this list, Duncan was a 6.3 and LeBron was a 6.26.
So look, wow,
yeah, it's about the same thing.
Yeah,
Timmy, good Timmy.
Yep,
I called it. I remember that series like it was in the back of my. And that was the year after the following summer. That's when we had the blackout. We had the blackout in New York.
Oh, here we go. We got Twin Man in the building. That means we said Kobe's name a little bit too much. What you got for us, Twin Man?
I just know I didn't hear one Nick being called in this top 50. Not one.
Shut up, John. Kiss it.
Willis Reed was in the top 50 on this one.
Willis Reed, 1973.
73 was number 50. If you would have
did this list 2 years ago, he would have been on it.
Wow. So what you got on this list, Twin Man? What do you think of the top 50 greatest finals performances of all time for GOAT James Kingdom?
Honestly, I was shocked. I knew like Jordan's 91 series was going to be in the top 10. I knew LeBron's 2016 series was going to be in the top 10 as well. Well, honestly, top 5. I'm shocked. I was shocked by the Tim Duncan being number 1. I didn't realize how good his series was. I really forgot about that. I thought Shaq was going to be number 1. 2000 Shaq was going to be number one. So that was
Close.
the only thing that shocked. That was the only thing that shocked me. But outside of that, if we're going by the criteria and actually going by the numbers, I can't argue with it. I'm not going to argue with it. You're using a formula. You're going by the numbers. But there was a couple of surprises in the top 10 for me. So, like I said, like, not surprises that they're in the top 10, but their positioning.
So
I
What
thought
do you
Shaq.
think about?
I thought
Wait a minute. What do you think about me nailing 91 Mike there as far as 93 Mike?
You was nailing 93 Mike.
Pause.
Pause.
Super.
Oh God, is that gonna get clipped?
It just might get clipped, young man. It just
No.
it just might get clipped, young man.
I am appalled.
Oh, nah, you don't clip anything. You got to clip B. Lee from last night, bro. Stretch Armstrong, Mr. Fantastic, Plastic Man was reaching for everything.
All right, y'all ain't got nothing to say. Let's let Blue Boat in, the Lord of GJK. What up, Blue Boat, man? What do you got for us, man? You see our list. You know our formula very well. What do you think of the top 50 greatest finals performances?
Well, shout out. Can you hear me? Yes, yeah. You shout out to the panel, man. You cats did a nice, good job with this list, though. I gotta say, a couple things. 92 Jordan, right? I thought for sure that would be top 10. You know, it's not talked about as a revered as much as like 93 or 91, but 92 Jordan, I'm surprised it was that low. And also, I'm shocked Bill Walton is top 5. That's the thing that stuck out with me, because a lot, when you think about it, when you think about dominant finals performances, do you actually hear Bill Walton's name that much? Be honest.
No, yeah,
Not
in the
really.
past. That's why he was always beloved, because of
Bill
what he
Walton's
did
the
in those
GOAT.
finals. That year, because after that year,
6th year on the man, 86, because of what he did in 77.
Exactly. After he did that finals, he had that MVP season in 78. They were praising him, but he just got injured. So he became like the guy.
Right. But then again, you gotta look at who else. A lot of guys that don't get talked about that aren't superstars also got talked about before Walton. I don't think the injuries had nothing to do with it. Walton, if you're in the top 5, you're in the top 5. You must have did something significant, man. That's all I'm saying.
Also, I believe that's the finals where Rudy Tomjanovich got his face broke. They had that big fight. That's another reason why I think that finals they don't talk about, because the NBA tries to ignore that era NBA, because it was a lot of bad. It had a bad reputation.
It happened the same year. That was when the drug era came in and everything was on tape delay and everything, right? Because when did it tape? Think about it.
They had the NBA finals on tape delay till 85. So
to 85, I thought it was sooner than that.
Nah,
Wow.
Magic Johnson said he won his first championship, went home and watched the game.
Damn, that's great. Great.
Yeah.
Also, the 91, 90, I thought for sure 93 Jordan would be top 5 instead of 91. But when you think about it, right? 91 is, like Travis said, 91 is probably Mike's best performance. From an all-around standpoint. It's kind of LeBron-esque.
Nah, 91 was better. He had more blocks, more steals, more assists. He just didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
No, but 91,
it was better.
No, he's saying 91 was better. He's saying 91 was better.
All around, 91 was better than 93.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised Durant wasn't top 10. I'm surprised 18 Durant is above 17 Durant when you think about it. Because who raised that floor for the Warriors? You know what I mean? Who was the guy that was?
It was just he had more help than most. That's why.
But remember, guys, we're not grading none of that. All these players are getting graded towards this guy right here. It don't have nothing to do.
Yeah. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. You combining everybody's.
Yeah.
Right. You combining every great finals statistic performance in every category, and you combining that into you comparing it to this hypothetical. I get what you mean. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Right. Because every finals high is worth 10 points.
Exactly.
And all this represents it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So as an example, we got a Zesty Jeffrey here who wants to complain about 91 and 2016 LeBron. He wants to compare 91 to 16 LeBron. That's not how we're doing this. Even if we wanted to add the field goal percentage, if we want to add the 3-point percentage, if we wanted to add the free throw percentage, the true shooting percentage, anything that we want to add, we're gonna grade 91 Jordan to the player who has the greatest amount in those numbers. So it's not going to be Jordan.
You're comparing, right. You're comparing every player. You compare every player with the Finals MVP to that hypothetical. I see what you're doing.
Exactly.
Also, Johnny, Wade finished number 15 in this one too, so it's pretty spot on. And LeBron 2013 was a 5.04, and yours is the same.
I want to ask a question to all the panel, right? Honest question. What finals was better in your personal opinion? 2009 Kobe or 2012 LeBron? Your honest personal opinion.
Which one now? 2009
because they played 82 games.
Man, hey, let me get Kobe, bro. I got Kobe. 09 Kobe. Let me get that.
No. 2012 LeBron or 09 Kobe? Which one was better?
All right, in 09, Kobe averaged 32.4, 5.6 rebounds, 7.4 assists, 1.4 steals, 1.4 blocks. In 2012, LeBron averaged 28.6, 10 rebounds per game, 7.4 assists, 1.6 steals, and 0.4 blocks.
If you're asking Blue Bull, what was the more statistically, obviously it's LeBron, but I mean that was probably
LeBron
Kobe's
slightly.
Yeah, that was probably Kobe's best series ever. Yeah. One of them, top 3, I would say.
Very slightly LeBron.
I mean, if you look at who he was going against, their defense, their history. I mean, I'd take Kobe, but I mean, that's only because it was a transcendent Kobe.
Right. So
hey, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, who's more skilled again, Kobe or LeBron?
Hold on, wait. We're not going through that, man. Please listen. Here we go. Here we go. If we were gonna grade by field goal percentages, Giannis Antetokounmpo has the greatest field goal percentage for a Finals MVP at 61.8%.
That's cool.
So are we gonna judge Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Damn. Wow.
You just say his name.
You can't sleep on Giannis.
That's all.
Yeah, he said his name wrong, but that's a Johnny for you.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, it's close. It's
alphabetical.
Johnny did it on purpose. I think he does it on purpose. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it.
Listen, don't act like y'all. Y'all act like y'all can speak African. Shut up. I don't want to hear none of that from none of y'all. I don't want to hear none of that, man.
Hey, Johnny, I can't.
I'm just saying, you sound like somebody granddad trying to say it. You sound like somebody.
Yes, he is a granddaddy.
I am a granddaddy.
Damn, that's why you said it wrong. Granddad.
And Teta Kupo Capo Kupo.
Alphabetical.
Here we go.
I'm not a grandfather.
All right, here we go. So if we were going to grade Michael Jordan, would we? Is that fair to grade Michael Jordan, Kobe, and them to Giannis's 62%?
Sure.
Why not?
Mike had 55%, 91 too. I think something like that.
If we go to the guy who had the best 3-point percentage, guess who has the best 3-point percentage in the Finals history as an Finals MVP?
Oh, with the Finals MVP? Oh shit!
Yeah, the best 3-point percentage for a Finals MVP in a series.
That's a great question.
Michael Jordan.
Let me ask this question.
Y'all would never guess who it is. Y'all would never guess who it is ever. You would.
Interesting.
What is it? Is it KD?
Is it Iggy?
Nope.
Paul Pierce.
Nope.
Paul Pierce. Not Paul Pierce.
Shaq.
Nope.
Kareem.
Bill Walton.
Akeem Olajuwon. And both of his finals, Akeem Olajuwon shot 1,000% from the free throw. I mean, he didn't shot 1 3-pointer. He didn't miss one 3-pointer.
Man, I should have known that.
If we want to go off of people who actually shoot 3-pointers, because he probably made one.
Hakeem's the GOAT.
He probably made one of one, right?
We know Hakeem is
3-point shooter of all time.
Yeah, exactly. The next best 3-point shooter in the NBA Finals was Isaiah Thomas, 1990. He shot 68.8%, damn near 70%.
Damn.
Hey,
what?
Real crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. That's
And
wild.
mind you, Dusty Jeffries that want to use the 3-point percentage, right? Because Jordan shot 50%, is not going to include the fact that Jordan had low volume shooting. So they'll discredit Akeem Olajuwon's 1,000% because or 100% because it's low volume, but not Jordan's.
That's only fair. That's only fair to do.
Yeah, that's only fair to do. And then if we do free throws, the guy who has the best free throw percentage in the NBA Finals was Dirk Nowitzki, 2011.
Yeah.
97.8. Lord have mercy.
Nobody was 1-1 in the finals before.
Yep.
Made an and one. That's all.
Yep. And Jordan shot 85% in 1991, so he wouldn't be scoring that much higher. You just want him to be scoring more than LeBron, but it doesn't matter. When we do all the numbers together, he probably still going to score less than LeBron because LeBron does not shoot worse from the free throw line than Jordan enough to do that. LeBron shoots good at the 3-point line, and LeBron has good field goal percentages. So Jordan's not going to be that much better than LeBron James to overlap him, which is all y'all care about. At the end of the day, Jordan didn't do enough. Like we always tell you, he just didn't do enough.
Yes, he did. He did enough to be on your page, on every page.
Here you go, Craig.
You guys don't like to the chat and all the haters. You guys don't realize how great
he has the most Finals MVPs here, so he should be on every page.
you guys don't realize. Like all these, like on the haters, like 1 through 5. This is such rarefied air. Like go back and like watch these series. These guys were insane.
They don't care. All they care about is whether or not Jordan is ahead of LeBron, and as that's not the fact, they don't. That's they're upset.
Honestly, that's true, and that's a shame.
Who cares?
They're not
even mad at 03 Duncan. They're not even mad at 03.
No, they mad at LeBron being above Jordan.
Exactly. They're not mad at Duncan. And look, me and Brandon, they sit here. When I called Brandon and told him who was number one, Brandon said, "Oh wow." That's all Brandon said. He wouldn't like this some bullshit. Do
it over.
We'll find a way to make
add this. No, how about this? Add assist to turnover ratio. Dude, he didn't do none of that. He just said, okay, let's just keep it going. Because again,
I mean, two top 5 all-time players. I mean, it's not a huge surprise.
Yeah, I mean, again, we could always add more stuff. It would have been more numbers to crunch up and stuff like that. And like I told y'all, how do we determine how great somebody shot when you're comparing them to Giannis Antetokounmpo's shooting? So
and the thing that impressed me though, but I ain't gonna front about Jordan and LeBron, is that the only reason why Duncan is higher because he got 10 points on the blocks. So he had to use his 10 point to be number one, where LeBron and Jordan don't have 10 points and they're still top 3.
17 rebounds too. Yeah. That's insanity.
And 17 rebounds is like 80 almost. I mean, like 90% of so he gets 10 for the blocks and then like 9 points for the rebounds.
That's a complete carry job.
So just bet 5 times. Just do 5 times 6.3 is like just above 35. I mean, like just above 30 something, like 31, 30 something like that.
That was David Robinson getting carried to a ring right there too.
He retired after that season.
Yep, last season.
So how it's calculated, right? So you see, we said you get 10 points for each category, right? So each 10 points will equal up to 50, and then you divide it by 5, and that's how you get 10 points.
And you rounded up too much for Jordan. Jordan is a 5.03. For the one that he was tied with LeBron. So
how did you crunch it up? What numbers did you put for Jordan?
It's the same way. It's just the calculations.
Nah, I didn't round up nothing. That's what I'm saying. You must have the wrong number. You didn't use the same number I used. That's what I'm saying.
It was the exact same numbers. You put Jordan as a 5.04 with LeBron, but Jordan was a 5.03.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. In 1993, for Michael Jordan, I put down.
So Jordan should be 14. So LeBron should be 13. That's all. No,
okay, listen before you jump, Brandon. In 19,
I don't care. Michael Jordan is 14.
In 1993, Jordan averaged 41 points. He gets 10 points for that. What is 8.5 of 19, Brandon?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
I'm just saying. It don't matter. It's
not.
Now y'all just go in this spill about who's number one, and now y'all arguing about
No,
Freaking
because
LeBron and Jordan at 13 and 14. You made this whole spill. We're not mad that somebody's above him.
Man, you can't slurp on LeBron any harder. Like, come on, it's fine.
Travis, you just said you was nailing Michael Jordan, so be quiet. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Anything you got to say doesn't matter today.
Not much I can say to that.
No.
And they also said
Y'all stupid, man.
is the reason why the Spurs won.
Why the Spurs?
Yeah.
What's that about?
He closed out. He finished the Nets in game 6.
He did. That was another one. Who was he? His competition.
He was guarded by Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, Brandon. I got 25.2. So that means you got to divide that by 5, which comes up to 5.04.
Wasn't Kenyon Martin on that team too?
Yeah. Kmart was on there.
Yep.
Stop trying to cheat Jordan.
Keith Van Horn. Oh.
Tim McCullough.
Kerry Kittles. Get up there. Come on.
Yeah, and they definitely weren't playing nobody. That's why they were saying the East was weak. Nobody was calling the East weak when it was Allen Iverson and Reggie Miller and Jason Kidd making the NBA Finals back to back.
They weren't supposed to draft Kerry Kittles. They were supposed to draft Kobe Bryant. That's who the coach wanted to draft.
Kittles is better than Kobe all time.
Where did Kittles get drafted?
That's
He was the 7th pick.
He was the 7th pick. So
he was after Ray Allen.
Oh wow.
They
didn't want to draft Kobe because he was a high school player.
Yeah, that's why the coach wanted to draft Kobe, but the general manager ownership wanted to draft Kerry Kittles.
I mean, people make bad mistakes all the time. Jordan traded Shea.
Facts.
And drafted Kwame Brown. I mean,
wait, Helly, how is this list crap? This list is great. I mean, this is a very fair way of ranking these performances. It's unbiased.
Jordan's not picks.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why it's crap.
Neither is LeBron. Like, what is there to bitch about? I don't understand.
Is he a Kobe guy?
Yeah,
these are statistically the best ones ever.
It's not Jordan 1 through. Kobe's not right behind him, and LeBron's too high up on the list. LeBron can't be on the list, period. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what criteria you put up. I think this list is actually done very well. Again, it was a lot of surprises in this for me. If you don't like the list, come up with your own damn criteria that's going to make sense and put out a list. This was done.
All my guesses were top 10. The only one I didn't think about was 86 Bird. Forgot about 86
Number 1.
This criteria you can't argue with.
You called Bill Walton.
Because it's all numbers.
And I called Bill Walton in the top 5.
He did.
Bill Walton did good, man. I was surprised. And if we did stuff like how y'all want to do, if we really wanted to get like GOAT James Kingdom we could say, hey, let's add competition. Who beat a unanimous MVP? 3 All NBA players, a 73-win team in this category. Nobody did. Who led all the teams in the? We could have did that. You could get extra points for actually leading.
Too tough as playoff runs.
We didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a lot of things we could do to give LeBron James stuff just because we know what LeBron did to make it look like LeBron. But that's not the objective of the GOAT James Kingdom formula. The objective of our formula is to figure out how to measure the greatness of a player's production and what they actually do on the basketball court. You guys want to sit here and add these little tidbits that don't mean nothing. Nobody cares about. It's crazy how there's a top 10 list right here. There's the same numbers, the same letters, the same words, same names, but there's 25 different perspectives because there's 25 different eyeballs looking at the same exact graph. So that shows you how if you can't take your biases or your personal feelings out of it, nobody wants to talk basketball with you. That's why we do what we do best in GOAT James Kingdom. If you want to talk feelings and how good you feel about Kobe and Michael Jordan, go to Michael Jordan Fans of the Worst page. He just started up again. He needs new followers. Get him back to y'all. There was 5,000 people subscribed to him. Go back. He should get to 5,000, no problem. Go to Meltdown Sports. I guarantee you they got everything you need to feel good. Go to talk to them. Go to Hungry Man page. I haven't seen him post in a while. I don't know what he's doing.
He need to eat. He need to eat something. Go to Hungry Man.
Go to Zesty Fitness and Rants. Go to him. Let's see what
he need to put his
go to Sports Tea.
Yeah, go to Sports Tea. Let her tell you about men jock sniffing.
Yeah, she needs some in her tea too.
She's drunk all the time.
What analytics would you like us to read?
These aren't analytics, dude.
These are
just
the
straight up
5 major
stats.
statistical categories. That's all. Simple. You can't argue it. It's just numbers.
93 Jordan ended up being 13th
right?
on the list, sir. 13th on the list. All he did was score. He didn't do nothing else. Again, he's being measured to this player right here. This is the greatest finals performances of all time. Jordan's 41 points got him 10 points for him to be 13th, but he didn't do enough.
Somebody mad because someone going around saying we buy subscribers.
How do you buy subscribers, Eddie? Tell me how do you let me know that, because if that's the case, everybody can have a channel and buy subscribers. How do you buy subscribers?
Yeah, I really want to know.
How do you buy subscribers? And if you're talking about going to get subscribers illegally, how are we monetized? YouTube does not allow you to just get subscribers so that you can be monetized with fake subscribers.
Yeah, because if you do, we'll get banned like MJ fans are the best.
So
2019 Kawhi.
Say what y'all want and go back to the motel rooms page. It's not our fault that he hasn't found some good gossip story to make him go viral, because no one wants to hear anything he has to say basketball wise.
It's true.
I'm just trying to figure out what's the problem is, bro. This is very objective. I think it was done well. These people just hating. They just hating because Michael Jordan threw. Anytime Michael Jordan ain't. Every time Michael Jordan ain't at the top of the list of anything, you get the zestiest of the zestiest in here crying.
Yes, anyone who knows basketball knows that Mike here was going to be number one. Like it just
He said, I heard. Exactly. A zesty Jeffrey gossiping. You heard a rumor and you went out and you brought it up on a panel.
Spread it. Don't spread the rumor.
You guys get mad because you think that the little disses that you have for Johnny and Brandon comes in and it's going to work, and then it doesn't work. You start crying because you really thought, I'm just going to type this in and they're going to be hurt. Somebody said you buying stuff. They out here talking about you, Johnny. We know they talking about us, but what they don't do is come talk to us. That's
safe
a fact.
In the comments.
This is safe in the comments, just like Buddy right here just said right here, Mr. Zesty Jeffrey. Why do you respond to these dudes? Oh no, I'm sorry, you're talking to us. Why are we responding to them? But yeah, we don't care about, because this is what it's for. 06 Wade is 15th on the list, sir. 06 Wade is 15th. Let's do this for Mike, because Mike shows up on everybody's live to judge and rank them. Mike, if you was listening earlier, Mike, we told you all players are graded towards this player right here. This is the greatest finals performance of all time. If you did this, you would score a 10 out of 10. What you have here are the top 50 greatest finals performances of all time. The first number you see is where they're ranked. The second number you see is the year they were the finals MVP. The number at the end is the points that they scored with their points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, steals per game, and blocks per game within that same NBA finals. And when you do that, this is our 31 through 50 list. This is 11 through 30. Dwayne Wade fell at 15th, just under 5 points. And this is our top 10 list right here.
Great list.
Yeah. I knew 2016 was going to be in the top 5. That had to be in the top 5.
I thought it was going to be
great
one.
Performance. No, I didn't think it was going to be one. I'm going to be honest. I thought 2000 Shaq was going to be one.
Honestly, that's a great guess. I mean,
I knew Duncan was going to be high.
I thought 2000 Shaq.
I wasn't
was
thinking
definitely
about
going to be.
Duncan, but I figured Shaq would have at least 2 of them in the top 5.
I thought 94 Patrick Ewing was going to be top 10.
Well,
Shut up.
I think Bill Walton had. I think Bill Walton had more rebounds, more assists and steals than
blocks.
And I think he had more blocks than Shaq as well, sir.
Yeah.
Well, Bill Walton was number 20 on my list. Not my list, but the chat GGT list. But
I just know Bill Walton was number 4 on this list. That's all I know. So
that's the same reason why 91 Mike is ahead of 93 Mike. All these people keep bringing it up. I mean, he's better because he was better all around.
Mike, the way we grade our players and we measure players' greatness is that we measure you to the greatest accomplishments of all time. So this player represents the player who accomplished the greatest accomplishments of all time. He's a hypothetical player because no player has Michael Jordan's points per game, Bill Walton's rebounds, Magic Johnson's assists, Rick Barry's steals, and Tim Duncan's block in an NBA Finals. These are the greatest performances in each category in an NBA Finals put into one player, which would make you the ultimate player, the greatest of the greatest. Each player that we're grading is actually judged by this player here. So when you see this player has 10 points and you look here and you see Dwayne Wade is 4.98, that means Dwayne Wade scored 4.98 points of 10 in this category by measuring his points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, steals per game, and blocks per game towards this NBA player right here.
Talk about second-year Duncan winning Finals MVP. Lord.
Okay, you get it. I see you're a smart young man. I knew
played
he was
50
intelligent.
games that season.
Yeah.
What 50 games? When?
99 Duncan.
That was a lockout, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, well,
You should lose points when you don't play a full 82-game season and win the Finals MVP.
Here we go.
Gatorade right there.
You got to one of the criteria is you got to play a full season.
Come on, man.
You should lose points if you're in the NBA Finals versus one Hall of Famer.
That has no control over. That has nothing to do with games played.
Yeah, that's true. Again, all of this it just shows you how great of a performer you were as in your finals. There is nothing. There's no biases in this. It doesn't have no error tags. It doesn't have no competition tags. It don't have nothing. This is exactly what you did, and that's all it is. And it's grading you towards, like I said, if you were this player, there would be no argument. This would be the greatest finals performance of all time.
Shout out to Shaq for having 2 in the top 10. Crazy.
That is also true. That is true as well. That you know, but again, Shaq was that. That's why people say Shaq was the most dominant player in our time. We've never seen nobody as dominant as Shaq, especially in those finals. Shaq was ridiculous, man. It was almost
right. Everybody knew it was coming. Like nobody could defend him.
You almost felt bad for those big guys. They were just getting bullied.
Hey, who was Shaq's sidekick those years?
Phil Jackson.
Oh, Kobe. Oh, definitely Kobe.
Definitely. Rick Fox. To Brandon, the most skilled player ever.
Who? Kobe?
No, it's
actually, we don't know that. Actually, we don't know that. Because
NBA players
answer the question.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Again. Who's the most skilled?
John, Shaq was doing his work against.
Johnny, I'm sorry. Johnny, I'm sorry. I just saw the opening.
But John, Shaq was doing his work against. Shaq was doing his work against.
I caught the lob, and I just wanted to dunk it. That's it. I mean, it was right
there. John, you ain't shit.
Shaq was doing his work against Todd McCullough, while Kobe was doing his work against Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Scottie Pippen, Rasheed Wallace.
Listen, check out. This is what makes Jesse Jeffries the most funniest people in the world. They literally think that they can redefine what things mean. He says here, the bias is making all these stat categories equal when they are not. No, sir, that's what actually makes it biased, by you saying what has a value over another thing or not. That's actually biased. Making something equal is actually taking away biases. It's basically saying everything's the same. That's actually removing the biases. Because what makes one thing better than the next is your bias, your preference. Nothing tangible, nothing factual. He goes here, I understand the criteria, but in no world should you get more points for 3 more rebounds over 20 more points. No, that's not true. Shaq got more points for his 20 rebounds than he did for the 3 less, what's it called that he got? To show you how math works, I'm going to explain it to you. Bill Walton scored 18 points out of 41. That means Bill Walton scored 4.4 points for his 18 points. Shaq had what, 36 points out of 41? Shaq scored 8.7. That means he got 4 more points he actually doubled. Shaq, yes, 8.8. Shaq scores 8.8 for his points. Bill Walton scored 4.4 for his points. So Shaq got twice as much points for his points over Bill Walton. If we go to the rebounding, Bill Walton got 10. Shaq had what, 16, 17, 16.7? Divided by 19 is 8.8. That means he only got 1.2 more points over Shaq. So that means Shaq got way much more points for his points and was valued higher than the rebounding. You guys don't do math.
I really don't see.
You want your bias involved. They want your bias involved. For what?
Because NBA fans, a lot of NBA fans, they love scoring. So they think scoring should be valued over everything, bro. And it's
Okay.
not like that.
So what formula should we use? Simple as that.
A formula that makes Jordan the GOAT.
Yeah,
That's
like what
makes
formula is this? What
you guys ever
formula is
notice
this?
that these guys always say that
What's the flaw? That's what I want to know. What's
your
the
stuff
flaw?
is flawed, but they never have any other alternatives to use?
No, I guarantee you his flaw is going to be that there's no eye test. That was just like when Mike was listening to me give Lamont my criteria. He had the nerve to say all you kept saying was stats and accolades. That's all I heard. He didn't hear nothing I said. He didn't hear records, achievements, accomplishments. He didn't hear none of that. All he heard was stats and accolades. And what he wanted to hear was, what about the eye test? When Lamont asked him, well, can you explain what your eyes saw to put Bill Russell in your top 10? He can't tell you it because he never saw Bill Russell play. If you can't see stats, why the hell do I trust what you saw in the game, bro? Y'all can't even see numbers and accept the numbers. You guys want to add your own flavor to something. You guys want to basically throw Kool-Aid in water, and we just want to drink water. We just want to drink water. We thirsty. We need water. We need to be rehydrated. We do not need your Kool-Aid sugar.
Kool-Aid is
what does the 3-point line have to do with Bill Walton being so high?
That's how you make Kool-Aid.
All right, what does the 3-point line have to do with Bill Walton being so high? Like, what's the correlation to that? He didn't even shoot any threes, so it doesn't matter.
See, that's a zesty Ramon comment right there.
The league was garbage. That is your opinion. That's your preference. That's not facts, sir. And you can't prove it. I can guarantee you, if you want to have a debate, I can prove to you the 70s was not garbage at all. But you don't know basketball because you only know narratives by going on TikTok, going on YouTube, and talking with a bunch of Zesty Jeffries with Zesty Jeffries logic.
The league was so garbage. Why was Michael Jordan so great? He wasn't born in '84.
Look again. I wonder why you said. How can you sit here and say an oxymoron is a fact? These niggas said my opinion is facts.
Stupid is as stupid does, man.
This is what you know. What y'all? This is what. This is crazy. I'm gonna let you into it, man. This is what Chilltown said to me the other day. He said I'm the Ghostbuster. He said you really don't let nobody slide, Johnny, right? And I think Peter said that to me the other day. Peter said I don't make it fun for people. I take the fun out of talking basketball because people really need their emotions and their feelings to talk basketball, and I actually remove it from it. I actually tell you can't do that. They don't want to do that. They really.
I like to hear your emotions. I like the emotions. I like when Travis talking about he's Nell and Jordan. I like that. I like to hear how he really feels.
You've never seen any form of formula.
Hey, WB Lee honesty, bro.
No Vaseline.
Yeah.
Hey, I need y'all to stop.
Go ahead.
This is getting weird now. Because we all know the only emotional person was B. Lee last night when he was trying to make Kobe Bryant top 5. We also know he was.
I don't know what I said wrong.
You also know, refuse to answer this question, B. Lee. Who's more skilled, Kobe Bryant or LeBron James? Answer the question, damn it. Inquiring minds want to know. I'm gonna mess with you every time I come up here until you answer it.
Okay. I'm not gonna let you come at Brandon, and you still don't name nobody in the top on this list who's a New York Knicks. Okay. Nope. Until a Nick is on this list, I don't want you to say nothing to Brandon, okay?
Isaiah Thomas was a Knicks coach.
It says a Nick on this list.
Isaiah Thomas was a Knicks coach.
Oh man, John, you ain't shit. Every time you mess with me, John, I just want you to know. I want that to echo in your ears. You ain't shit every time you say that.
I just know it's a Chicago Bull on this list. That's all I know.
Can I just point out that
the day Nick get on this list, John, when it did happen, I'm gonna get your ass, John. I'm gonna say, there you go, right there.
Okay. Jalen
Brunson gonna do it.
How long have we been doing this? When Mike, so comments like this from Mike DeChamp, like, I'm okay. You guys say this list is and this formula is garbage, but they've had this same formula. How many years have we been doing formulas like this, lists like this? Not one of you guys are quick to say it's garbage, but no one has come up with any type of a rebuttal formula or their own idea, like a list to say, here's my idea. You guys are completely safe in the comments. No original thought. You just criticize, but again, you have no substance behind it. That's why we, don't take it seriously.
Well, it's easier to criticize somebody else's formula than come up with your own formula yourself.
Yes. Also, pay attention, Mike.
I criticized my formula the whole goddamn episode.
The reason
we all said your formula, we like the formula. We like that you put the work.
Your results were funny. I think your results it was weird. It was your results.
That wasn't my
results. Rookie of the year.
Results had names that you wouldn't pick up, just like this list had some names on like Duncan. Duncan was on my list. He was number 6.
Yeah, Mike don't like the list because of the 70s was garbage, but he wants to throw Wilt Chamberlain 70s Finals MVP in there that didn't count blocks and didn't count steals. Again, we are going back 50 years, Mike. Can you know how to count? Where do you go? Where's the stop-off point if you go back 50 years from 2025? So where's the stop-off point? It would be 1975, 1974. That's what we're doing. We went back 50 years.
It's called the height.
Pay attention. What makes Tim Duncan the best Finals MVP ever?
His stats.
He averaged 21-17. Okay. Let me go back to his numbers again. In 2003, he averaged 24, 17, 5, 1, and 5. So he scores across the board. Huh?
Put the formula numbers up and repeat that so he can see how it would look compared to the greatest. Now repeat it.
Okay, the formula again, and then the numbers for him would be the 24 points versus 41 points, the 17 rebounds versus 19 rebounds, the 5 assists versus the 14 assists, the 1 steal versus the 3.5 steals, and he has the 5.3 blocks per game, which nobody's nowhere near him in this category. The closest is 3.9.
Yeah, so Timmy was arguably their best passer, definitely their best defender, and he was their best scorer. But I mean, that's insane. Probably the most well-rounded.
David Robinson numbers for him while putting up his own.
Dude, 5 blocks in this era is crazy.
I believe Hondo made the top 30, if I'm correct. No, Hondo was. I'm sorry, yeah, it was late in his career. So Hondo is 36 on this list. He scored 3.86 in 1974. Which, to be honest with you, the 1970s team actually have a disadvantage because a lot of these players, they played a lot of team basketball. We're talking about the 1974 Celtics. They had Dave Cowens. Who else was on that team?
Paul Pierce.
What's his name? Paul Silas, JoJo White. Boston had a bunch of teams. The same thing with the Knicks players. The same thing with the Warriors. All those teams that won in the 70s were team-based teams. Even the 72 Lakers was a team-based type of thing. So, yeah, again, the 70s was great.
Wade, LeBron, Tony Parker, and Kawhi are on this list, and they all have been teammates of each other. That's crazy.
That's true. I mean, there's some teammates. I mean, we can say the same thing for Magic. Worthy, you got Murthy there, you got Kareem there.
You know who don't have a teammate on here?
We know. Yeah, we do know. We know why. And we know why.
What team did he play for?
Walton and Jordan.
It wasn't the Knicks, John. I tell you much. It wasn't the Knicks.
That is a fact.
My Knicks, man. My Knicks are home, bro.
That's a fact.
Y'all not gonna keep triggering this.
Walton and Jordan is the only top 5
Rose, stop that.
Patrick Ewing averaged 5-point-something blocks in his finals. In one finals.
They don't like Bill Walton. Bill Walton was out there.
MVP, sir. He didn't have the Finals MVP.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying that. His blocks was crazy, though. Just so y'all know, if Starks hits the 3, it's a different story, right?
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts.
I am looking for somebody to want that Patrick Ewing smoke since it's so easy. He's the most overrated player. A lot of y'all was saying he's the most overrated player of all time. I want somebody that wants some Patrick Ewing smoke. It should be it's easy work, right?
Should be easy.
Oh, my question was answered. I saw 13. I get this is a pure math formula, so it is what it is.
He says a pure math formula that bothers you. You guys can't count.
No, it doesn't bother me. No. Look, I'm a mathematics guy, man. I was calculating seconds in a day back in first grade. So
I get it, Ro. You don't need math to figure out if Frank Bukowski has a good up and under. Now we understand.
He averaged 17, so he was scoring some way.
So now numbers matter. Now numbers matter. See. Now
numbers always matter, bro. Numbers always matter. Like I said, I'm not gonna beef because it's a math formula. It's cool.
Wait, how is Patrick Ewing overrated? Like, I've never heard anyone say that he's like a top 15 player.
Lamar said he's one of the most overrated players of all time. I mean, jeez.
I mean, where do people have him though for him to be overrated?
They had to cheat for the draft just to draft Patrick Ewing. That man is great. Man.
Well, they didn't want to send him to Sacramento or Indiana. What would a big
he's what, like a top 30, like a top 30 player? I mean,
I thought we were talking about champions.
But y'all brought up the Knicks taking shots because y'all saw a couple of Knicks fans in the
Johnny, what was Kawhi's 2019 stats?
In 2019, Kawhi Leonard put up 28.5 points per game, 9.8 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 2 steals, and 1.2 blocks per game.
That was such a great series.
Yeah, he played great. Shooting 43% from the field.
KD got hurt. Clay got hurt. That was a lucky ass chip.
Fuck them boys.
Now we talking about injuries, huh?
Yeah.
I
mean, y'all can get mad all y'all want to. It's nobody's fault that the player y'all think is the greatest player of all time doesn't measure up to the greatest player of all time. That's just the fact.
Oh Lord, and ABC numbers, we get it.
What NBC numbers? What NBC numbers?
ABC points, rebounds, assists. More a point. The top 5. ABC points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. We get it. I understand.
All right, what else should we use, Ro?
Efficiency, 3-point efficiency.
All right, how are we going to grade Shaq's 3-point efficiency to Stephen Curry's? Is that fair?
Right. That's true. But use total shooting. Total shooting is the equalizer.
Again, is it fair to compare Shaq's field goal percentage to Kobe Bryant's field goal percentage?
No, but you can use CS percentage. So total shooting percentage is sort of the equalizer.
What is total? There's no such thing as total shooting percentage. What are you talking about?
True shooting, man.
True shooting percentage.
It still wouldn't equalize, real, because they're not taking threes at volume.
Hold on, I got this. Listen, true shooting percentage also would give you an advantage for people who shoot threes. So how are we going to do that?
I get it, but then it would also give an advantage to people who get most of their work towards the basket. So Shaq wouldn't be that disadvantaged. I'm just saying. I mean, look. I love these theories. It's great. I'm not beefing with y'all guys' list. It points a nice, pretty picture. The top 5. I mean, you could also say blocks. You could also say blocks is a little bit unfair to put for guards, right? Guards don't usually get a lot of blocks.
All right, let me give you a reason why none of this is unfair. Blocks and rebounds give advantages to big men. Steals and assists give advantages to guards. Points are neutral. So altogether, it's 2-2-1 in this category. It is even.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what's not even? Having a teammate on this list. That's not even. You know who don't got a teammate on this list?
Bill Walton.
Like I said, Jordan and Walton.
Bill Walton played with Bird, didn't he? In the finals.
Don't have a teammate that's on this list somewhere.
Let me address Mark S here, who says turnovers and missed field goals. I ask you, Mark, who is the greatest player for the least amount of turnovers in NBA history and missed field goals in NBA history? Then we'll answer your question after that. Here we go again. How many games played in that series? We didn't do that because you don't want to give somebody an advantage for playing 7 games to someone who played 4 games. When you really played 4 games, you swept somebody, and you played 7 games, you really didn't. So we didn't use totals, which is why we took totals out of this. We just kept it to per game averages. Mm-hmm. And one of the tiebreakers was if you had the same game score, then I would use your totals.
Wait a minute, you said you didn't use totals because people didn't play the same amount of games, so totals is not a very accurate way to use it. Did you?
No, that's not what I said. I said because somebody who would won in 4 games would have a disadvantage compared to someone who had to take 7 games to win their 4 games.
So the player that played more games will have the advantages to have the more.
No, the player that took less games to win to 4 games. It's not about playing games, it's about winning because it's 4. You have to win 4.
I get
it's
what
about
you're
winning.
saying, but
It's not the same. No,
you didn't use
playing a game and
because
playing a
not
game and
everybody
winning a
played the
game.
same amount of games.
Yeah, playing a game and winning a game are 2 different things.
Yeah, if you play the game, you don't
playing
have to
more
play
games.
More.
Playing more games means you're better.
Not if you're losing to have to play more games.
Doesn't matter. You're playing. The games are played.
I'm just saying.
No, for the playoffs, it's different. Yeah, exactly. The playoffs is different. For regular season, it's not. It's different for the playoffs, but it's still a game played is a game played. The more games you play, the better you are as a player.
This is just for one series, not for a career.
I mean, one thing I love is that steal on Barkley and then the steal on Malone just counts as like one steal, like when it was like one of the most epic steals of all time, or 2 of the most epic steals of all time on MVP level players.
It wasn't more epic than anybody else's steal in the finals, such as Dennis Johnson steal in the. Well, no, that wasn't in the finals. That was in the Eastern Conference. But or anybody else's steal.
No, Bird had an iconic steal as well. You know, Johnny Most called that. We all know that gravelly voice.
Mm-hmm. And then we know like LeBron's block was iconic as well, but that doesn't make it doesn't mean one's better. Again, we remove our biases by going off of the raw data. The raw data should be enough. We do not need your sugar Kool-Aid in our water. We are thirsty. We do not want your sugar Kool-Aid.
No, I don't. I could throw some Gatorade about it.
We don't need Gatorade. Cool. Water hydrates us better than anything. We do not need your sugar water.
Hey, if let's just talk about the finals, not the New York Knicks stuff, please.
Hey, King John, you got the New York Knicks on your mind, bro. We haven't talked Knicks in about 10 minutes.
I'm from Chicago. What you think we do?
Reminisce on when y'all had to go.
What we think about? The Knicks was up 0-2 on us in '93. Who won that series?
I get it. You know, Ewing is the only person to make more shots in a series than Michael Jordan.
Who won that series?
I understand it. Y'all won a series. Charles Smith can't walk the streets to this day.
It's about wins and losses.
Charles Smith's son came on TikTok. He got tore up by Knicks fans.
And we're supposed to be talking finals, not Knicks. Okay, so let's ask Dream Money could buy this right here. He says the formula so ABC 1, 2, 3. I know it brings you back to when you were in school and you actually thought you graduated, but they just pushed you forward. So let's get you understanding this. It would indicate Iggy's finals was more impactful than Chauncey Billups. Where did you get that it was more impactful, and how do you measure impact since you use that word yourself? Y'all got to do a better job, GOAT James Kingdom. This is disgusting. You can't do a better job. Just define impact for us. How do you measure impact?
We'll never get an answer.
We're looking for the comments. We're looking forward to the comments. And we don't need your Gatorade either. We're looking forward to your comments.
See, can I just throw something on that? The monumental upset that finals was, I would find a way to kind of, put the, who was, because y'all love to use the who was favorite. Well, Detroit was monumental.
No, we don't. We do not go off of degenerate gamblers and their odds. No, Vegas does not know who is the better team. No, we do not go off of favorites.
So no one on this platform has ever used that argument.
No.
Okay.
We do. We secretly do.
Y'all seen our GOAT criteria? Where is your GOAT criteria? You ever seen us say favorites? Where? Ever? Anywhere? What stat is that? Where does it exist? Is that even a number?
No, I gotta do a better.
Wait. Why is that stat? That information more important than blocks, steals, rebounds, assists, and actual NBA shit? How is that more important than anything else?
I would agree with you, Johnny, because every game starts 0-0. And the goal of the game is to score more than the other team. Period. So no one came like the Celtics were overwhelming favorites, right? They don't come in with a 13 point lead that you have to overcome, right? So at the end of the day, you're correct. It shouldn't matter. And I got to do a better job because Lamont will debate like everybody else. Everybody else said this. No, all right. Since a lot of LeBron fans use it and you guys don't, I'll take y'all at your word. Y'all don't never use he was favorite or that. Okay, cool.
Never.
Cool.
You know how they determine the favorite odds?
Bets and you know.
Thank you. I'm glad you said it. And do you know
a
that
guy
there
like
are,
Sam Rothstein from Casino?
Yeah. Do you know that professional gamblers can actually dictate the favorite odds?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so why would we use that? Thank you. We don't use that. Here we go, guys. We got our answer. Impact because Chauncey was the lead dog. Iggy was a role player. Again, so now you're using another vague term. You didn't define what impact is and how you measure impact. But since you're saying being the most impactful player is the lead dog, explain what makes somebody a lead dog or not. Help us understand that. Because how did Iggy win the Finals MVP then? How did he win it?
Oh, before y'all, I'm about to get out. I got my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Grilling. It's grilling time.
Yeah, I'm ready to cook too.
Happy Father's Day, Craig. Happy Father's Day.
Y'all be cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Happy Father's Day. I forgot to salute y'all.
Hey, don't mess up no J's while you cooking, but don't get no barbecue sauce.
I'm in my flip flops.
One fan that takes, bro. Only Jordan fan.
You got the barbecue grill freeze on. You got the barbecue grill
Jordan flip flops.
Nah, these some Yeezy slides.
Oh, okay. I forgot to put the boom at the end, y'all. He thought he said something. Boom.
Now, y'all be cool. Y'all be cool.
All right, Craig. Appreciate you, man. See you next week, brother.
You basically could have translated that at Johnny to his response said, "I don't know basketball."
They don't. They can't talk it. They don't. They can't talk it. You can't talk it. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. They have again. I told you these guys were special ed students, bro. It don't make no sense.
If you guys were really, you guys in the chat were really like so convinced of yourselves, you get up here and like try to get smoke with a Johnny.
Not only that, if they really wanted that, they would convince one of their best Zesty Jeffrey social content creators to let me up on their channel and debate me.
That's true.
Well, you call me one. You know you got an open invite. Travis is we already trying to get a league going. You know,
I'm retired, man.
Boy, GoCast. Oh, you retired after last night?
I told you. I told you we don't even be knowing when you go on, bro.
I told you my night is Tuesdays and Thursdays. I might do tonight because sometimes my partner he got swing shifts, so I try to get at least one show with him. So I do 2 shows a week, and I can always send you a message, whatever. Hit Travis up, whatever. Facebook group.
Yo.
Okay, all right, hold on, let's do it. No, we definitely gonna holler at you, bro. I'm gonna come through on Tuesday night. So tell me, how did Mookie barbecue me? What did Mookie say that I was barbecued at? Please let me know. I would love to know that. Willie, you keep saying try me.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Mark and Glock? Where's Mark and Glock? Go get him. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Twin Man.
Happy Father's Day, y'all. I'm about to roll out myself. I'm probably gonna toss something on the grill too.
Yeah, we about to get about it. We about to get about it.
All right,
Father's Day, Twin Man.
I'm going on that. I need to get a cut badly.
In the chat.
You finna go see Mickey Mouse?
I'm looking like Moses after 40 days and 40 nights in the mountains.
Yeah. King, you know I'm down whenever. Just hit me up.
LeBron was not picked in the majority of his finals. LeBron was only picked in 3 of his finals.
Oh, but that don't matter though, right?
No, I'm talking about for him. He thinks that we don't like it because he thinks like it hurts us. I'm just telling him LeBron was only picked in 3 of his finals. He was only picked 3 of his finals. But what they're talking about is that LeBron James has been so great that people expect him to win. And that's why I realized you guys all hate LeBron, because y'all are all degenerate gamblers and y'all all thought LeBron was going to win 10 NBA titles and he didn't. And now y'all mad because y'all lost y'all money.
Yeah, John.
I did. I won a lot of money in 16. I'll tell you that.
Did you?
I could have paid.
Okay. How did he barbecue me with a vague term? Elite shot creator. I proved that he was an elite shot creator. There's plenty of people who know basketball, including Gilbert Arenas, who told you that Dookie don't know what he's talking about. He didn't barbecue me there. He got barbecued on there. I proved that Jason Terry was an elite scorer. His own statistics that he brought up says that Jason Terry does everything he said Jason Terry doesn't do. His own stats that he used. That shows how you guys are, again, you guys are so emotional. And that's why I'm undefeated. And that's why I'm going on PC tomorrow and make more Zesty Jeffries upset.
Did they even watch that series? Jason Terry was doing that.
No, they didn't.
You watched Jason Terry's career?
No,
Yeah.
No, they did.
He's a really good player.
No,
Jason Terry was good.
in fairness, the Heat's defense was pretty bad.
What does that have to do with being an offensive creator?
I mean,
nothing. Nothing.
It would give an opportunity for Jason Terry to shine.
I mean, that's every NBA team they played.
Really?
I don't know why y'all think that Jason Terry only played good versus the Heat. He played good for a decade.
He was a hell of a six man. I can't deny it. He was a hell of a six man.
Game in season, so he's a pretty good player.
If you had the Miami Heat win a championship in 2011, you had over expectations for the Miami Heat. Those are the facts, ladies and gentlemen. You can't tell me that they overachieved predicated on your false premise on who's supposed to win or not.
Well,
everyone saw the Lakers
God
winning.
did say he was going to get not 7, not 8, not
Again, if you believe LeBron James was going to win 8 NBA titles, you are just as delusional when Michael Jordan said he was going to pass Bill Russell when he told Bill Russell the same thing. And when Michael Jordan was out here doing this after winning his 5th title, when he was and when he was in the locker room saying he was going to win 8 or 9 and loud to the public.
Hey, look, you're supposed to believe in yourself. No one has ever got on.
But it's different for LeBron.
But it's different for LeBron. It's different for LeBron. No, the difference is that you don't believe
LeBron.
LeBron the difference is that
that up by saying, I really believe
no, because LeBron's Messiah. He's supposed to speak the truth. If you don't speak the truth,
never believe Jordan could win 8 or 9 championships, but you believe LeBron.
Jordan's not the Messiah like LeBron.
Well, wait a minute. Jordan left on top twice. Jordan left on top twice. He didn't get knocked off the perch.
8 championships in your mind. He could have never won that. For you, LeBron could have. That's
I honestly don't. Let me tell you something. I didn't believe he won the 6. I thought they were going to lose every one of those finals. I thought they were going to lose. But he won the 6 and he retired twice after the 3
making up stuff now. We just gonna make up stuff now.
What did I make up?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I spoke facts. He did retire after winning 3-peats twice, right?
We don't believe that you didn't think he was going to win none of them. You really thought?
Oh no, I do. I did. Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah,
trust me. When I got the Lakers hat, I was a Magic guy, and they had all the experience. The Blazers, I thought they had a better team. The Suns, I definitely thought they had a better team.
You saying that now?
Listen, don't time him out, Asante. Don't time him out. Let him sit there because we want him to go run back the vision. We want him to go run back to all of the TikTokers that he wants to have them because he thinks those are the only ones that can check me. Let him hear everything and go running back to those guys. Let him do that. Let him chill here. Let him enjoy himself. Please let him enjoy himself.
Yeah, don't get in your feelings, Asante. You timed me out one time when I was cooking, but it's all good.
Oh, so y'all don't call Jordan Black Jesus?
Somebody called him that. That wasn't me.
No, I'm talking to the Zesty Jeffries in the comments.
Oh, okay.
They were talking about LeBron being the best.
Well, LeBron did. Yeah, I was going to say LeBron did call himself the chosen one.
Was Jesus Christ?
LeBron called himself the chosen one. King James. 09.
I said his haters believe he's the Messiah.
No, I don't. First of all, 3-peat is not a record, so I don't recognize 3-peat for anything other than you just won 3 championships. That's it. If Kobe would have won 6 championships, it probably would have knocked him ahead of Michael Jordan. He would probably be 5th, and Jordan would be 6th. On my list. You like that answer? I know you don't.
Kobe, if he win, he is 1,000% top 5 if he wins in 08.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. No matter if you call him Jesus or not Jesus, he's still fake. The letter J didn't exist till the 1400s. So nobody born 2,000 years ago was ever named Jesus.
Jesus, dude.
Jesus.
I think they called him Yeshua or something like that.
Jesus starts with a J.
Yeah.
Yeshua starts with a Y. J and Y have no correlation with one another.
I mean, for almost 1,000 years, they thought Jesus was a white man with blue eyes. So
nobody thought that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
they still do.
We've destroyed one religion already. We don't need to go after another one. We already destroyed the Zesty Jeffrey Coalition. We don't need to go after the Christians. We'll leave that alone today. So as you can see, once we tail away from talking basketball and start talking about other stuff, the Zesty Jeffries have won. They've disrupted the show. We're no longer talking basketball. We're talking some other nonsense. So we're going to end today's show with, again, the top 50 greatest finals performances of all time. Again, all players were graded towards this finals performance. These are all the greatest performers in each statistical category. So Michael Jordan scored 41 points in the finals. Walton had 19 rebounds in the finals. Magic had 14 assists in the finals. Rick Barry had 3.5 steals in the final. And Tim Duncan had 5.3 blocks in the NBA
What year did
finals.
Magic do that? Was that 87?
I think that was 85.
85?
Yeah, he didn't win the Finals MVP, but he had the most assists in the NBA Finals. So, in the series. So you have that right there, right? And then that's how you grade every player. If there was a player to do this, they would score 10 out of 10 because these are the greatest accomplishments of all time. So all players were measured by that. And when we do that to round off, basically, let's just start from the top so we can get y'all upset from the beginning. Number 1 is Tim Duncan. LeBron's 2016 year, Jordan's 91 year. Then we got Walton, Shaq, Hakeem, Shaq, Magic, Bird. Giannis ends off the top 10. From 11 to 30, we have these guys here. There's some guys here that y'all probably going to ask about. The 93 Jordan, the 06 Wade, 09 Kobe, 2017 Durant. All of these guys are on here. 2019, Kawhi, 2020, LeBron is on here as well. 2002 Shaq made the list here as well. And then this rounds off the top. This rounds off the top 50 players in general. You have the rest of Jordan's championships, his second three-peat championships here. You have the LeBron Finals MVP winners here: Dirk Nowitzki, Kawhi Leonard, Iggy, Tony Parker. You have Hondo in this. You have Isaiah Thomas in here. Paul Pierce's championship over Kobe's here. We have Curry in this list. So again, these are the top 50 greatest finals performances of all time that we did here with our own GOAT James Kingdom formula. Again, if you want more information about our GOAT James Kingdom formula, go back about 2 years into our channel. You'll see this stream right here, which is our top 50 greatest players of all time using the same formula. And we just had different stats and accolades that we graded players off of. And that's what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. We make the best of the best. And we basically told y'all who the greatest finals performers of all time was. And it wasn't LeBron James. So y'all can't call us biased. Y'all can't say we always trying to make LeBron this, LeBron that. As you can see, Tim Duncan ended up being number 1 on our list because we are completely objective here in GOAT James Kingdom. We do the best thing as far as showing you guys the greatness of players and across eras. It doesn't matter what era you're part of, what rules you played in. None of that matters to us. All that matters is what you did on the basketball court and how great you are at doing it. And that's why we're GOAT James Kingdom. Again, if you like what we do here, join us every Sunday noon Eastern time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. We do this 12 Eastern. Exactly at 12 on the dot. You'll see the show kick off and get ready to go. Again, if you like what we do here, don't be afraid to support our channel by becoming a GOAT James Kingdom member. It only costs $4.99 to become a member of GOAT James Kingdom. That is the Knights of GJK. If you want to step up your membership and get a custom t-shirt and get more exclusive content, become a Castle Knights of GJK. If you really want to support us, you could become the King's Guard. Not only does that come with all the other perks, like the custom t-shirt, but we get to add special things like a GJK hat and posters as well that go along with that membership. These are all the tiers to becoming a member of GOAT James Kingdom. And again, we're going to continue to grow our content and give you guys exclusive content like The Radar, which is at 9 p.m. Eastern every Saturday. Yesterday's show was a classic show, completely one of the best shows in GOAT James Kingdom in the last 3 years. I'm not going to lie. I was completely entertained. I watched it twice already. So if you didn't get a chance to watch Travis, Mr. AKA T Perfect, debate versus Lamont, FYF Sports, on why Kobe Bryant is a top 10 player, you need to go check it out. Travis did a great job, and so did Lamont. But you guys know, if you want me, you know where to find me. Friday nights with the Friday Night Exposure. We do adult content at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on GOAT James Kingdom, where we debate. You know me, I don't play games. I bring you guys great content every Friday night right here on GOAT James Kingdom. So make sure you check that out. Also, don't forget the Alan Powell Show is also available on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. You can definitely subscribe to his channel and hit the ring notification there. So that way you know when he pops up. That's every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. The Alan Powell Show is available on GOAT James Kingdom. And also, don't forget tomorrow night, play-by-play stream for the NBA Finals. Your boy, A. Johnny, and all the GOAT James Kingdom members like Womboy, Mar, everybody that shows up to support me and Brandon, what we do for the finals. We're going to be back for Game 5 in OKC to see what happens in that game. So catch me tomorrow at 8:15 Eastern, as I will give you guys all the stuff that goes along with that. But like I always told you guys, Brandon and I are GOAT James Kingdom. It's not just me. It's two fellas here, and we're the best at debating any one of you zesty Jeffries. We create chaos in the GOAT debate world because we show that LeBron James is the greatest player to ever play the game. So thanks for joining us again on another great Sunday afternoon. You guys have a great Sunday. Everybody enjoy your Father's Day. Stay safe. Make sure you don't burn yourself on the grill. Be very careful on the grill if you're grilling. And also be safe if you're drinking. Do not drive today. And with that said, it's been a great show. Peace and blessings. If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. You get to enjoy B. Lee and A. Johnny talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern Time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.
Trash. Trash. LeBron Ramon James Sr., born December 30th, 1984 at approximately 4:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the greatest human being blessed among us mere mortals? 4 rings, 4 MVPs, the league scoring record, and he got more records than MJ and Kobe combined. Loving husband and devoted father of 3. Don't you ever disrespect my basketball daddy, you understand me? You know what? Log off, uninstall the game, and tell your mama to ground you, because your mouth is reckless. Go disrespect LeBron James. Oh, I cannot believe you. I hope you break your ankles next pickup game, little nigga. Lakers in 5. Baby! You disrespect LeBron again.